Yeah,
Imagine
you just
saying
need to
slurs.
find interesting ways to censor people.
Clipped.
Oh, I said that to the wrong person.
Yippee.
Shit. Rosie, look at what I just sent you. I meant to send that to you, but actually I sent it to Desi too.
Alright.
Group
So,
chats.
from last session, you guys were on your way to, because Arun had
Alright, I'm back.
Okay, well, Al, you can speak now, by the way. It's safe. Trust.
Starting to sound like Rosie, Ron.
Is
It
it?
is never safe.
Okay. So you guys are on. You guys are on the way to Orun's arrangements, because they have a room lined out for them, from being invited to the city.
Yeah.
So you guys are on your way. You shared conversations on the way, particularly six. Six was primarily the starting point to it.
A croissant.
Oh, you guys can actually read the text chats within Discord.
You didn't know that?
Okay, it's not on mobile. That's why I didn't know that.
Oh.
Smooth.
Well, I'm at work half the damn time.
Imagine.
Okay, that's half the time. The other time you're at home.
Excuse me, man.
Anyway,
That was one word.
if you guys do want any summaries, feel free to check over.
Ow.
Nice.
Real.
What the fuck is going on over there?
I would like to know the same thing.
I hit my knee on the desk. That's what happened.
Congratulations.
Okay. I know that was a question, stupid.
It's not that complicated,
Okay, I'm
guys.
gonna double check something.
We need to recenter, refocus.
That's not
Indeed.
Are you working? I'm not sure you are working.
What's not working, Ron?
Okay.
A lot of things, probably.
Certainly not his brain.
I was just about to say that.
Well, let's hope his PC decides it wants to work, and let's hope his internet doesn't inherit my will to live.
No, it's good. We're doing fine, and again, we're not streaming anything, so that definitely helps. Okay. Especially with the still images. Alright, it looks like the screen share should be working now. Yes?
Probably.
Okay.
Been working the whole time?
Okay, well, I'm double checking to make sure the numbers are updating properly, because they weren't for a while. So, does everyone see a point of damage on 6?
I see a point of damage on me, and I saw your mouse moving across the screen.
Okay, awesome.
I could probably see it.
I'm going to put it right here.
I do not see a point of damage on 6.
Well, that's because I healed it.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
I have been
you
healed.
Take 1 point of damage.
For that, you take 1 point of damage. The DM decides.
Okay, I did see that time.
All right, good.
See, for you, that's not that big of a deal, but for me, it's like I'm on the verge of death as soon as I get, sneezed on.
Remind me, how much health does your character have?
14.
Oh.
At level 5.
Oh.
So what you're saying is I can roll a 1 on every attack roll that I land on you and still kill you in 1 hit.
Michael, you sounded like evil. What was that laugh?
I can already tell that's the plan.
I mean,
foreshadowing is a very powerful narrative device.
All right.
I'm sure this won't come back to bite me at any point.
A very apt choice of words.
I'll have to keep my eyes on you all the time now.
Okay, I could see come back to stab me, but bite me being a You know, I'm not going to question it. I don't think I want to know.
Why are we getting freaky? Question mark.
All right. You approach the. You approach the. God, I'm trying to find the right words. Uh,
Hotel.
I mean, hotel, lodging. That's what I was working for. But it's quite grand, quite well kept. Very much refined and almost seeming to try to impress the grand evident. They're lauded guests.
Okay, relevant question. What time is it?
It's late at night.
How late?
What is the current moon cycle?
What is the current moon cycle?
Can we even see the
That's a
moon?
great question. Hold on.
Uh,
I thought we were underground.
Well, yeah, we are underground, but
it's partially
Shitty
underground. It's like a
relevant
long
question.
cave.
I like that Carl's response
What do you
to that.
expect me to do with that?
I does not care.
Carl is like, I
Carl,
roll
you're
a
a
D20.
piece of shit. Okay. It's a half moon.
Okay, proceed.
All right.
Wait, waxing or waning?
Waxing or waning?
That would be waxing.
Yeah, it'd be waxing. You're right.
Okay.
In fact, proceed. Should I proceed?
Yes.
Carry on.
Good. All right. So, as you approach the hotel, Arun motions for you guys to try to sneakily go through the windows in the back. They have to go in and check in themselves, but it'd be a little weird bringing all of you in. I'm assuming that's your path of action, Arun.
I mean, if I can't bring them in normally, then yeah, I would tell them to go in that way.
Would you want to chance it, I guess, is more the question. Would you want to make an attempt?
Yoke would not like to chance it.
Got it.
I'm just gonna
I
say right here, I don't think Lusat's getting in there without some complications.
have I seen any other guests like this go in before?
Well, you've definitely seen ones that look like Amelie. And you definitely have seen a few that like playing dress up like Six. So they might be able to get in.
Right, it makes sense that the weird amorphous octopus creature and the big scary axe sharpening guy are probably the ones that would be harder to get in.
Yep.
Okay.
So am I rolling for intimidation or initiative?
Good question.
What?
Would you like to attempt to intimidate them?
I reserve the right to claim I'm not associated with you, by the way.
The fact that you were going to attempt to even consider claiming that you were is staggeringly brave.
All right. So, Lusat, that's a question for you. What are you doing?
If I'm rolling intimidation, how many checks do I have to make?
Well, it'd definitely be the person at the front desk.
So one.
At least one.
Nat 20.
You're joking, right?
No.
Lusat doesn't joke around. You should know this by now.
Dude, do I
Okay.
need to take a screenshot? Because I physically can't share my screen without my entire computer telling me to go fucking die.
All right. I'll
Real.
just buy it for now. That's fine.
I'm taking a screenshot. I'll send it to you personally if I have to.
How do you choose to intimidate them? Do you say anything at all, or do you just give them a glare? Or is it
You
going
do
to be
not see
particular?
me.
Or is it going to be particularly motivated by any of their characteristics?
What characteristics do they have?
Are they elves?
They are glitter skinned.
That
Elaborate.
gasp.
You know what that means.
He said elaborate. He didn't say explain to me what that means.
Elaborate. Nuh-uh.
Allow me to refine my question. Percentage of glitter.
Quite. They look like a full convert. Yes, if you can't see what anyone rolled, it's kind of dumb. Well, you see, the thing is that usually applies, but Azure and Yuke don't lie to me. So I don't care.
I would totally lie to you if I rolled my own dice, for sure.
I wish I had dice to roll, but I do not, and that makes me sad.
I have dice, it's just that I'm afraid that they've sat for so long they might be weighted.
Well, the thing is, you're so naive. No, I'm not. I've played with Azure. I've seen his rolls. Al as well. Al doesn't lie.
So you're basically saying that anyone else who rolls in this call with their dice is immediately a liar.
Yes.
You do realize that like dice can just shift their weight on their own by standing still, right? You
Yeah.
do realize that the insanely good luck on some of these rolls might just be accidental on their part.
Okay.
What did you just?
You just sent
You did
me a
not just say
character
slay.
sheet. I am concerned. What am I
The
looking
nat
at?
20 is the relevant part.
Oh, okay. So you actually have it from. Okay, thank you. Yeah, he's doing screenshots through D&D Beyond. Okay, so he had their dice roller. Got it.
Oh, okay.
All right, makes sense. Okay, so they are a full convert.
I give them a glare, consider reaching for my mace, and move on.
They seem to get the memo quite clearly. They don't even seem to motion toward anyone. So you seem to have averted any run-ins with any guards.
That was easy.
All right.
Shall we proceed?
Well, what are you doing, Yulk? Are you going to chance it in the lobby, or are you just going to crawl up the side of the building?
I will happily crawl up the side of the building.
All right. Make a quick stealth check for me, and an acrobatics one as well. Acrobatics first, obviously.
Which bot am I supposed to use? Oh,
Slash
yeah.
roll.
Yeah. No,
Would it be
I got it.
acrobatics or athletics?
Acrobatics.
Both.
Well, acrobatics is better for him, and
Acrobatics
it's also
first.
relevant. Yeah, acrobatics first.
I'm sorry, what's going on?
He's climbing up the wall to get to Arun's room.
Acrobatics.
The side of the building. Oh,
22.
good. All right. And stealth.
Working on it.
Thank God you can climb walls. I was thinking I was going to have to let down my hair.
19.
Okay.
I mean, if you had asked, I would have thrown them clean up.
All right.
I probably could.
Not bad. All right. You seem to get in there with no issues. You do check around a little bit to make sure that nobody is watching, and nobody seems to be.
Okay.
I just walk inside the building like I know where I'm going.
Got it. Roll performance for me.
Performance?
Yes.
Wouldn't it be
Because
deception?
you're
Well,
putting on
no.
a show.
Hmm.
You're acting like you know where you're going.
Hold on one moment. Let me check.
I mean, technically, you can roll for either. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I'm just...
But performance is probably your best roll.
It's probably somewhere in there.
It's going to be charisma based.
Yeah, no, that's probably one of my best modifiers. Unfortunately, I don't have any other bonuses to it.
That is concerning and unfortunate.
You doing the dice roll in the chat?
Yeah, so how do I do this again? Is it just like
Slash
slash roll?
roll, and
Slash
then
roll and
your
tab. Press tab.
1d20, and then
Yeah,
add your
1d20.
modifier. So type plus and then whatever your modifier is. Yep.
Ha!
Unnatural, okay,
Press.
but still good. You seem to raise no eyebrows.
Yep.
But you lower a couple. No, I'm kidding.
And then Amelie,
Yes.
would you like to
Amelie,
chance? Would you like to chance it in the lobby, or are you going
Amelie could
somewhere
probably
else?
just walk with
Yeah.
Arun,
I
like side
I
by
was
side.
gonna ask if I could walk either shortly behind or with Arun.
That would make sense. Is there any particular form you wish to, like? Are you wanting to like act like you know where you're going? Act like you're being led? Like, what are you doing?
Um, I don't know. I just want to follow her.
Okay,
So
just blindly following. Awesome.
I
yeah.
I think I can get away with making it look like with oh well not making it look like but allowing it to look like we're associated. I don't think it's a big deal if
If
people see
anything,
me a
they'd
few.
assume you're a mother and daughter.
Uh,
Maybe not with a
so
glitter skin, because you definitely draw
Ah, that's true.
eyebrows.
I want to wait long enough so that it doesn't look like I'm associated with any of the people who came before.
Okay.
And then once I've waited a decent amount of time, then I'll head in and I'll let Amelie follow however they want. They can be beside me, behind me. I don't really care.
Um, do note that you'd probably be drawing eyebrows because you're actually, you know, well known, at least with the kind of public perception they're going for, so they definitely recognize you. They might ask questions.
Maybe maybe I should have them follow at a distance so that we don't look associated, so that way they can keep going while I have to deal with people saying things.
Got it.
Maybe. I
Okay.
mean, if people do stop me, then it'll serve as a distraction for them to keep walking. So, all right. So after the time has passed, uh, after the time has passed, so that I don't look associated, I'm gonna go in and have Amelie follow at a distance so that it doesn't look like we're associated with each other.
That's swag with me.
All right. So you go in the lobby and you're aggressed by a couple of the hotel staff. They're asking you why you left earlier.
Shit.
They were just curious. You weren't like under house arrest or anything stupid like that, but they were just kind of curious, just generally asking. There was a little bit of hotel staff. They had just found you unaccounted for. It was like, hey, where'd you go?
Arun, that's your cue.
I was thinking of a lie, okay?
Let let
So
them ponder.
I I'm going to pull out the flower that I had received before, and if you don't remember the flower, it's probably because I mentioned it in a total of one offhand line.
Okay.
But I did get a strange looking flower sometime in the time where I was gone, and so I'm going to hold it up and say I received one of these, and I was trying to find a way to preserve it, but I wasn't able to find anything to put it in. I don't think they sell it here.
They hand you a vase to put it in.
Oh, well, yes, I could put it in a vase, but it needs special things to keep it alive. It's not a regular plant.
Well, it's a start.
Yes, thank you. I'll take the vase. Thank you for your donation.
No problem. You continue on your way. They don't seem to be prying too much.
By the way,
All is well.
do I know where the other researchers are currently?
Some of them are staying on different floors.
Specifically my group, like the group of
They're on the same
them.
floor, obviously, because you guys need
Okay.
to communicate. I believe I forget what his name was. Oh my god, it's been long enough since I've done this. I've started forgetting some of your characters' names. Which one? Which of your side researchers was it?
I'm specifically looking for the physician.
The physician.
That's a
Okay, so he's
very
actually next
aggressive
door.
scrolling.
All right, perfect. I am going to get them hidden, and then I'm going to go tell the physician that if anybody asks, these plants are special and I can't preserve them in water. I need something different.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Because the flower was from him. They are a special kind of magical plant. And if anybody comes asking him about them, I need him to I need him to hold up the lie.
Okay, so you're actually going to be entrusting. So you're going to actually be entrusting him with some information about them. Got it. All right. Um, do you have an excuse as to why? God forbid he asks.
Well, uh, from from my knowledge of the guy, he tends to not really care what other people are doing as long as he gets to do whatever he's doing. So I'm assuming he'll just say okay and then maybe try to make small talk before I leave. That's what I'm assuming is going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think I need to form an excuse right now. And even if he does ask, honestly, I think I can just say I can't answer that, and he would accept it. He's not really out to get anybody.
Okay. All right. You make your way up to the third floor, and you accidentally end up bumping into another researcher. They seem to have been trying to gather their notes a little bit because they had just dropped them on the floor. Funnily, um, long blonde hair, kind of wearing wintry clothes. It must be a traditional thing. You definitely recognize them from the Evident.
And I remember their name.
You do not, but they address you as Arun.
Okay,
And they apologize for the accident.
you said, well, is it a guy or a
It
girl?
is a woman.
Okay. Uh, I'm going to I'm going to roll intelligence to see if I have any memory of this person.
That'd be history, but yeah, go ahead.
History? Okay. That is plus. I think that's a
You just
26. That's not a crit.
Okay, good. All right. So you actually do remember their name being mentioned. You remember it as being Melina.
Melina. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I uh okay, can you tell me what they told me again?
They apologize profusely for getting in their way, and they're scrambling to pick their notes back up. They seem to have been
Uh,
quite busy.
I uh I help them pick up the papers and I tell them it's no problem and I ask that their name is Melina, right?
They acknowledge, yes, it is. Um, she mentioned that she was a Solstanar as well, just from a different region, working on something different.
Is there anything particular you're looking into here, or are you just here?
They mentioned that they've been looking into some of the construct technologies that the Prismatics or Gemini Corp has been working on. They haven't gotten anything out of them yet, but they're really curious about it because of their field of research.
Well, if you ever learn anything, I'd love to hear about it.
She nods her head and she asks you the same if you learn anything from your field.
Is Sorry, was she asking, have I learned anything from my field, or was she asking me to update her if I
Like,
do in the future?
update her
Okay.
in the event that you do.
Yes, maybe we can have a conversation about it at some point.
She nods her head relatively excitedly. She seems to genuinely have a passion for her work.
Okay, but what is her work?
Do you ask?
I'm not here.
Do you ask
My
now?
brain.
Okay, considering I'm I'm hooked up to a database right now, would I be able to just like go beep boop boop? What does she do?
Um, you pull up general information about a couple of the places she's been stationed at. Um, the details seem very vague. However, it does seem like generally she seems to be researching the concept of artificial life.
I see.
Do you probe her about any of it?
Hey,
I
yo.
think that's something that I would I think that's something I would save for a conversation that would have at a later time. I don't think it's necessary at the moment.
Alrighty. You bid them adieu.
Fuck. Ow.
Do you bid them adieu?
Yes, sorry. I thought you were saying a statement, not a question.
Oh, yeah. Alright. They do the same and nod their head. They are excited to get back to their research. You hear them run to a few doors down the hall and try their hardest not to slam the door.
All right, well, I'm going to go over to my room and first I'm gonna check if anybody else is there or if I have to like look like I'm not associated for a moment and then let them in.
Um,
Like, is it busy here or can I just go over there, let them in?
I'm going to make a quick assumption and assume that you relayed the information.
Relayed what information?
Uh, the information as to where your room was and which one it was.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I was just figuring because I don't want to be a dick.
Yeah.
So is the area busy or like can I just let them in or can I be sneaky? Or do I
um,
have to be sneaky? Sorry.
that's a good question. Yeah, there's almost nobody around. Nobody seems to be paying attention.
All right, uh I'm going to quickly open the door, hurry them inside, and then as soon as they're in, I'm gonna close the door and then go try and talk to the physician real quick.
All right.
I was already in the room, so
Yep. Oh wait, no, you weren't. You were just sitting at the window waiting.
I'm gonna open the window for him.
I was about to say, I'm pretty sure Arun is the type to be careful enough to leave their windows locked.
Ah,
Am
okay.
I in
Wait.
the room yet, or am I like
You just got let in.
okay?
Oh, so I don't have to kick the door down.
No.
Yeah, that would kind of ruin the point of any of the stealth.
What stealth?
He just kind of.
Well, yeah, what I mean, his intimidation, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Even that would be somewhat like ruined because then now somebody knows something's up, right?
Now all of China knows you're here.
Exactly.
And when they do, I'll either intimidate them or kill them. What's the problem?
I'm going to intimidate the fireball.
Look,
If I can
considering he
intimidate
roll,
a dog, I can intimidate a fireball.
considering that he rolled a 0 on stealth and just sat there, he's definitely the type of character to do that.
Yeah.
I don't
No.
need stealth when I have
Not
intimidation.
less intimidating. It just people
The
would
more
have to
sense
pay
you
more
try and
attention
make
to
of
him.
this, the less sense it will make.
Anyway,
Right, so once they're all in there, I'm going to uh, go over and knock on the physician's door, and assuming they're in there, once they open it, I'm going to walk in briefly uh, so I can talk to them without being heard, and I'm going to ask them if these flowers need something other than water to live, or if I put them in water, would they be fine? Is that a question I would be answering myself, or am I asking you?
Sorry, what's up? Try that one more time.
I'm asking the physician a question about the plants, but considering I was the one who made up the plants, would I be answering my own question?
Uh, yeah. Yeah, you would.
Okay. In that case, I'm just gonna flip a coin. Okay. So I I ask him if these flowers would survive with just water, and the answer to that would be no. So I'm like, oh, I guess that wasn't a lie. I don't say that out loud, but in my
Mm-hmm.
head, I'm like, oh, I guess it wasn't a lie.
Mm-hmm.
And so then I, uh, I ask what exactly they do need in order to survive, and the answer would be some very long technical name that I'm not going to remember. So I'm going to pretend like I remembered that and then say thank you and leave.
You could just write it down.
Okay, yeah, but I don't have it. I don't know the answer, so I'm making up an excuse to not say it.
like your character doesn't know the answer, or you as a
I
player
as
don't.
a person, as a player, do not know the answer, so I'm making up an excuse to not say it.
Gotcha.
So after I realized that that little fib of mine was not actually a fib, I'm going to go back into my room.
All right. Awesome. So you head back into the room.
Locking the door behind me, by the way,
Figured.
and also locking the window after Yolt comes in.
I'm assuming you're also going to be closing the blinds.
Yes, I am doing I am doing like paranoid levels of securing.
It's
Do
not
you
paranoid if it's
show
effective.
paranoia?
I don't actually look paranoid. I'm not being paranoid. I'm just securing it to a degree that might be described as paranoid in general situations.
Mm-hmm.
In this case, I might actually be being hunted, so I don't think it's.
No, it's not. I was just making a gag. That was a joke.
If you were being hunted, the most threatening thing hunting you is already in the room.
Do you actually say that?
No, if I said that, I would use the actual voice I use for Lusat.
All right. No problem.
Well, I'm going to. I'm going to go in there, and after everything is secured, probably having like a a door, like a not a door, a tear under the door knob, just to prevent people from coming in there extra well.
Gotcha.
And I'm going to immediately sit on the bed because I don't know how many beds are in here, and I want to claim it if there is just one.
There's
This is my room. I'm getting the bed. Fuck
there
y'all.
are two.
Okay. Well, I'm getting one of them.
I just lay against a wall.
It's my sleepover. I get to have the bed.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention I put my hat over my head.
It's my sleepover, and I get to have the bunk bed.
Do you
Sleep.
does anyone make a motion toward the other bed?
No, I'll just awkwardly stand there. Per usual.
Lusat?
Lusat will lean against the door.
Usat will definitely not fit in that bed.
You know, that is correct. I am like, how tall?
Like 8 foot?
8 foot,
I think so, yeah.
and the
What
normal
size bed is it? Just to
It's
make this funnier.
it's
queen?
like
Question mark.
yeah.
It would have been hilarious if you said it was a twin size bed.
Oh.
Why?
8'3".
Just
Yep.
thinking about his character laying in a twin size bed is kind of
Oh.
funny.
I
The twin size bed is his pillow.
With
I
nobody
I
claiming the bed as of yet.
I raise my hat and I ask, say, do you have like special needs for sleeping, or do you just like curl up into a ball or like the rest of us? I'm curious.
Well, it's a little warm in here, so I would actually like to spread out a little bit. Unfortunately, there doesn't seem to be enough floor space, so
I
I'll
was just
just.
wondering if you like rested in water or anything. Like, isn't that your? I'm curious. Is that your natural environment, water?
No, I live. Octa can live underground.
See, I wouldn't know that. I ain't an octokin.
He literally stated this like last session.
Indeed, I have told you that.
Did he?
He,
I honest to
Hey,
God don't remember.
hey, it would be just like 6 to forget too, considering the information overload.
If you need more room, you can move some of the furniture. It doesn't need to be in those places.
Bro, you guys are all gonna wake up and Yolk is going to be the entire floor.
I would rather
Yolk
that not
just
happen.
Yolk
Just
just uh, flattens out a little bit and lays under the bed.
Monster under the bed.
I guess I'll go sit down on the unoccupied bed.
Alrighty.
I'm going to I'm going to switch into actually comfortable clothes so I can sleep.
Are you going to the bathroom for that?
We talked about this. I have like a switchy thing.
Okay, got it. No problem.
Because
Michael,
taking
I
it
don't like
all
the
off
way you
is a
think.
pain.
Look,
When the
I'm
DM
sorry.
forgets
There's enough
anymore.
going on that I feel like clarification needs to be made.
Does
I have a
clarification on
switchy
that need to
thing.
be made?
Mike, weren't you the one trying to say that you wouldn't let this session turn into your last one?
Yeah, but you know, I have to give people proper punishments when necessary. That's all I'm gonna say.
Whoa
Proper
there.
punishments.
I don't need to hear how you punish people on your free time.
Next thing you know, he's gonna be calling us his Discord kittens.
Oh no.
Well, this is an average DM session. Can we please move on?
Yeah.
All right. So, everyone is winding down. Does anyone else take any actions for that? Does anyone make a motion to sleep first? Anything like that? Anyone dead tired? Or what exactly is the vibe?
I don't know. Give
Um,
me a minute.
Huh?
Carry
Yeah,
on.
I have to be 1 second.
Oh, nice.
I'm
I just
gonna
had to roll
go
for
to the
something
bathroom
arbitrary.
and change
What?
into comfier clothes.
Gotcha.
Yolk is probably pretty exhausted.
Got it.
Uh,
Lusat?
People other than me have extra clothes? That's crazy.
Clothes. You guys have clothes?
Okay, well, I don't know. Hold on. I have to look at my own character. I
Try to
forgot what she
make.
looked like.
Wait, how tall is your character?
Who's?
Amelie or
Mine?
Yolk?
Amelie.
Hold on. I have to pull up the freaking D&D notes app.
Because
Didn't we
I
have her
feel
as
like
like 5'1" or something? She was like
I
She's
feel
relatively
5
like
feet.
short.
oh
Oh, five
yeah,
feet. Okay, so
you're
she
the
was like
same
average height.
you're the
Yeah,
same
she's an
height as
elf.
me.
If
You're the same
5'1"
height as
would be crazy short for an elf.
I'm
I
pretty
can
sure I was kind of short for an elf.
You're
Mm-hmm.
already short for an elf at 5'8".
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can since we're the same height, if you don't have extra clothes, I can just share some because we're the same size.
All right.
Okay.
All right, if
Lusat, did
you
you have any comments?
1 sec. I need to roll for something completely arbitrary.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm just gonna tip my cap back
No,
over my
carry
head.
on.
All right. Just still leaning against the door. No sleep.
Yep.
What?
No sleep.
I'm leaning against the wall.
I'm
No,
leaning
I was
against the
talking
wall.
to Azure
Hmm.
because he
Nope.
leaned against the door. No sleep, or are you like laying on the floor?
No
Hey,
sleep.
Got it.
I tip my hat upwards and I just look at him. You sure you're good like that, big man? All right then. Just make sure you don't kill anyone who touches the doorknob.
well, at least nobody's gonna be able to open that door.
Any response?
Nope. Lusat's just being Lusat.
Gotcha.
How is saying big man freaky? I'm confused.
All right. Any conversation to be shared, or does everyone just go to sleep?
We've already had.
Ow!
Yolk's
You beat
already
me to
asleep.
it.
Got it. Anything else?
We've already spoken. Like I've already spoken my piece towards all the characters.
Yep.
If
It's up
anything,
to
this is a
anyone
good
else.
opportunity for y'all.
If I already wasn't laying down, I am now. I don't know if I ever said that.
All right.
I don't
Any
really know
other
either.
any other interactions? Yolk is already passed out, and Six isn't. So it's you three.
Lusat will attempt to quietly sharpen his axe.
Roll still.
roll
That's
stealth.
hilarious.
My fucking god.
What'd you get?
0.
Zero.
You
Oh
I
wait, he's
rolled
got
a
a
1
minus
and I have a
one.
minus
Wait,
1.
he's got a minus.
You pull out your axe very loudly, slam it against the ground, and just start grinding on that thing.
I
Whoa, there,
I
whoa,
I,
there.
I
You could have
immediately
worded that
tip
any
But
way better.
okay.
I immediately tip up my hat. I'm like, do you mind?
Mike, you could have worded that any other way and it would have been better than what you just said.
I'm no, no.
I'm sharpening the axe to split an atom, not to split atom. Anyways, after an awkward silence,
Are you gonna stop sharpening that thing?
1 second. No.
Oh my god. What did I do to deserve this?
Due to the loud noise, or ignoring the loud noise, Amelie's just going to fall asleep like it's not there.
That's fine by me.
I tip my hat over and try to cover my ears with it.
I'm gonna toss Six and Yolk a pillow, and then I'm gonna cover my head with a pillow and try to go to sleep.
I don't think that's gonna work for the octopus, buddy.
Yolk is jolted awake by both the pillow and the loud, sharp noises.
Happy to see you in the land of the living again, Yolk.
I am a menace to this entire party, and I could not be enjoying it more.
Yolk just vibrates lowly and
What?
tries to go back to sleep.
It's almost liken it to a growl, like a very wet growl.
Yeah,
Oh.
like a sigh, a really low sigh.
When he says vibrate, it's because I don't think he has a mouth, so he just has to
Yes.
vibrate to make
So the
sounds.
way that Octa can work, think of him like
So it's like instead of having vocal cords, they just use their entire skin membrane.
Octodad, got it.
yep.
I put the pillow over the top of my head.
All right.
Back to sleep.
Roll for suffocation.
Golly.
No,
No, we're not doing that, but that is pretty funny.
that's pretty great.
Trying to kill us all.
Oh, that's good. That's really good. All right. All right. You all drift off
Why
to
you guys
sleep.
gotta make everything weird?
Because it's funny.
It is for comedic purposes. Not all of them land, though.
At some point, it gets to be a little played out, though.
Yeah, exactly. But regardless, you all drift off to sleep, except for Lusat, who is sharpening his axe.
Swear to God, if I roll another nat 1 on a stealth check, I'm gonna lose my shit.
Okay.
Hey, I think we're probably gonna get a noise complaint.
You're probably gonna have to roll for that, actually.
Okay.
Azure, roll perception.
Do I get to roll perception at disadvantage?
No. So, you seem to hear some people walking around outside. There's one that seems to be pacing in the lobby, but just a few people going in and out of doors over the course of the night. Nothing super alarming, however, the footsteps of the pacing continue. How do you react?
React.
Do you do anything? Or do you pay it no mind?
Does anyone else hear this, or are we too asleep to?
You guys are too asleep to deal with it. You're also listening to him continuing to sharpen his axe, so I highly doubt you'd be hearing any other noises.
Fair enough.
Usat is busy sharpening his axe, so he could not care less.
Noted.
It doesn't concern him immediately, so it doesn't matter.
Okay then.
All right. Amelie,
Yes.
roll a d20 for me.
Just okay.
Yeah. Just straight.
How do you do it again? Do you just type in D20?
Yeah. Slash roll 1d20.
You don't even have to do 1. You can just do D20.
Oh, yeah, that works too.
Okay.
Whew. Trying to remember what your modifier is. Woohoo.
What?
Nothing.
Okay. You're stressing me out. All
Now I
right.
got that stuck in my
That's
head.
so real.
I'm
That's
sorry. You got
Frickin'
a
lovely song.
13. You got a 13. I'm pretty sure that means you die here.
Die? Golly.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, damn.
13
Well, all
means
right, hold on. Let me
spontaneously
roll the
combust.
counter roll. If it rolls a nat 1, okay, that's not a nat 1.
What is happening?
Nothing.
I don't know.
Amelie gets to live tonight.
Amelie is
What?
gonna spontaneously combust.
I'm so confused. What is this 13 for?
Why
I
am
don't
I
know.
spontaneously combusting? I'm
Because you rolled an unlucky number.
Oh, I forgot 13's an unlucky number. Okay. I
It
see.
is?
Yes,
Holy shit, man.
supposedly.
I gotta be honest, I remembered that just now. That was not the start of what I was.
All
I did
right.
not start saying that with that in mind.
All
Anyway.
right. The night continues on relatively uneventfully.
Very nice.
Amelie, roll a d20 for me.
Another
I
one?
am mid reading something.
Okay, finish reading.
No, it's fine. It's gonna take me like 2 minutes.
What are you reading?
Something.
A text block from Michael, perhaps?
No. Oh my
Probably.
god, can I roll higher than this? I'm gonna shoot myself in the brain. I
Not
had a
before I
14.
beat you to it.
What brain? Sorry.
I'm gobsmacked. I'm
Sorry. That was out of pocket.
you're banned. Oh my god.
What?
What did he
Did I
say?
miss something?
I said I'm gonna shoot myself in the brain, and he said, "What brain?"
Dang, son.
I'm sorry.
Unfortunately, everyone has a brain. Also, unfortunately, no one chooses to use it 9 times out of 10.
That's true.
Real.
That's true.
Indeed true.
Especially when it comes to all these stupid jokes.
Make
Hey, bro, can I have your
one
brain? You clearly
last
weren't using
roll
it
for me.
anyways.
Ooh,
Who's rolling?
Amelie, make one last roll for me.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
for fuck's sake, man.
That's a lot of pity rolls.
Okay.
Golly.
Well,
Okay.
I hope this is
Jason.
not
That's a
important.
6.
Holy
It's
shit.
probably
Okay.
important.
Lusat, roll perception for me.
Well, what is this
14.
music?
14?
14?
14.
You shift your eyes over and you see Amelie sit up, awakening from a nightmare. You hear her softly sobbing. No one else seems to hear it.
Continues to sharpen axe.
Everyone else Doesn't hear anything.
Nobody else hears anything. My God, get your grammar right.
Well, to be fair, it's kind of hard to hear anything with a very loud axe sharpening taking place.
True.
I just like how zero fricks given on Lusat's part.
Yeah. What did you expect?
I didn't expect anything else. I just like I'm wondering if that shell will ever crack.
What shell? He's entirely hollow.
That's
There is no
true.
soul. Only void.
Only void. He is the void.
I'm assuming you make an attempt to keep it to yourself for now. Amelie.
Yes.
Makes sense.
I mean, the only person currently awake so far has had one interaction with her, and it was a death glare.
Okay, but who hasn't gotten a death glare from you?
Okay, so
Okay,
like,
but
how
you're an
bad is the
elf.
sobbing? Like,
Oh, do you think your character would hear it?
no. Like, I might feel a tear though.
Oh, that's true.
I'm
That
under the
is fair.
bed.
Roll perception for me.
Wait, who cries leaning over a bed? Like
If she sat up.
she gets up.
Oh,
She
shush,
sits up.
shush,
She's still
shush.
on.
No, hold on.
Okay.
Do not apply logic to Dungeons and Dragons, unless it's physics.
Oh, I forgot. +6, so that's a 19.
You feel a very sharp poke.
What?
Right.
What now?
Ouch. That
And
makes
it
sense.
jostles you awake. You feel more of them. Continue.
What the fuck is happening?
I imagine because he's a water type creature that the salty content of tears would hurt a mite.
Do you make a motion to do anything about it?
Yes. Yolk is going to slink out the other side of the bed, behind Amelie.
Yolk, make another perception roll for me.
Oof.
6, 8.
You don't know
It-
what the sharp poking feeling was, but you don't make a motion to check. You just get away from it.
I can hear her crying or no?
Lightly.
Is everyone else soundly asleep?
Except
Well,
for
Lusat's
sharpening
not.
his...
Yeah.
Lusat's sharpening his axe.
Uh,
Well, I guess somebody in the
Yolk's-
audience knows what's going on. Oh boy.
I know. Anyway. Yolk is going to reach a tentacle over towards Lusat, and carefully whisper, asking if he did anything stupid.
That's funny.
I'm gonna imagine there's no reaction to that.
The only response is sharpening of an axe.
Per usual, per usual.
The same tentacle goes over to Amelie and whispers quietly, "Are you okay?"
Um, I'll just nod and say yes, and that is all.
Amelie, make a perception check.
Oh dear lord. What is perception? Does it have a
Wisdom.
modifier question mark?
Wisdom.
Wisdom.
Okay. I'll learn them someday. I'll learn them someday. Bruh.
You feel like you have a hard time saying it, but you can't quite ascertain as to why. You can hear the difficulty, Yulk.
Hmm. Have you gotten any sleep?
Oh, was that a question towards me?
Yes.
Yes, I have.
Perception one last time.
From who?
You, Amelie.
Okay. It's the same one I did last time, right?
Yep.
Mhm.
Okay.
+2. Yep.
Oh my god.
Now she's gonna actually start sobbing.
This bot hates you.
Yes, obviously.
Make a Constitution check for me.
What
That's
now?
mildly concerning.
Constitution.
Constitution.
Yes,
Tuition. That's expensive.
Oh, okay. The freaking bot just said the application did not respond. Oh, well, fuck me, I guess.
You rolled a 0.
What?
No. I'm saying because the bot didn't respond, you rolled a 0.
I rolled an 8, so
What's your Constitution modifier?
I don't
I
have
think
one.
yeah, it's raw.
Mm.
So you start actually sobbing a little more, and it becomes harder and harder to say anything. Yulk, roll perception for me.
So many perceptions.
Who wants us to be perceptive?
11.
You notice nothing new except for her starting to sob slightly more.
Hmm.
Me and Six are like real champs for sleeping through all this.
Yep.
I assume that, like, as a player, I assume that her tears are actual just, like, shards, since she's full prismatic. But, um, hmm. Trying to figure out what I should say. What would Yolk say in this scenario?
Only you would know the answer to that.
Listen, Amelie, I don't know what's wrong, but uh, if you need something, just let me know.
I'll just nod. I don't want to try and speak again.
Roll perception for me,
Oh my gosh. Me or her?
Amelie.
You're fucking banned, Michael.
Just roll like 100 d20s and then use them all in alphabetical order or numerical order.
11.
9/11,
What the
nice.
heck? 9/11.
That's beautiful.
I just said
And
that
that
a second
describes
ago.
the session perfectly.
You slowly nod your head up and down. It feels like it hurts too, but you can't say why. Yolk, do you motion to get yourself back to sleep?
Yes, but I will do so on the other side of the bed. Or
Okay,
Are
damn.
you okay? Moves away.
You can talk to me, you know that, right? And move to the other side of the room.
No, it's just he's not extended out. He's not extended out underneath the bed on that side
Okay.
because then
it's
he doesn't want to be poked again.
Gotcha.
understandable.
All right. Wow. Amelie, do you attempt to get back to sleep?
Um, yes, I will try. Do I have to roll anything for that?
No.
Okay.
But let me roll something real quick.
Is
Oh
it a
no.
perception check? I'm gonna take the silence as a
God
yes.
damn it.
Oh,
Me
that's
when I
not a
recorded.
perception check.
What the fuck? Okay, so come on. Thank you. There we go. That's what I wanted to see.
2d8. Uh, okay. That's not fun.
Whew.
What's happening?
All right.
You took 12 damage, Amelie.
Oh, what the
The
fuck?
frick?
All because I had a damn nightmare? Okay. Fuck you.
What's the actual explanation on that?
We don't have one. Nobody was perceptual but enough.
Give me 1 second.
Ah, crap, didn't paste.
Azure, the pacing seems to have gone away, but you heard a couple of other small thuds on the other side of the room.
Does that disturb any of us?
Wait, which side of the room?
By the bed.
What kind of thuds?
Like small things hitting the floor.
Again, does that disturb any of
Oh,
us?
okay. The sharpening resumes.
Okay. No. I don't believe
In
so.
the
Well,
hall.
actually, no. No. Okay. So he did stop sharpening for a second and
Fucking
then just
train.
kept going back to it. So actually, 6, I think you would probably be perceptive enough to might be able to hear it.
Do I need to roll for this?
Yes, roll perception.
You're lucky I can't use desktop Discord for this, otherwise I'd be blasting perception check right now.
Mm-hmm. It's not like your character cares anyway.
Yeah, for
No,
real.
I don't. But the amount of perception checks here gives Tom Cardy a run for his money.
All right.
Are you doing it? Oh, okay.
17.
You know that you notice that there's a few small thuds on the bed on the other side of the room by Amelie.
I motion myself awake and lift up my hat, scanning the room. I'm going to roll perception again just because I know this is going to be necessary.
No, actually, you scan the room and you see no threats, nothing. You just heard like small little thuds by that bedside,
I look
like
at
things hitting in the floor.
Lusat. Why didn't you say anything? Bastard. We shouldn't trust you. At this point, we're going to need someone else guarding the door. I lean my ear up against the wall near Amelie's bed.
You walk over there. You hear glass as you step toward the wall, like you're stepping on it.
I look down.
You see several shards on the floor.
I take a closer look at them.
You see that they are several shards of gemstones, jewels, things like that. Generalized prismatic makeup.
I look towards Amelie, and is she still sleeping?
She is still sleeping, but you notice a horrific sight of half her face is missing.
Oh, great. I'm so happy.
I shake her awake immediately.
All right. What do you say to her?
Kiddo, please tell me you know that half your face is missing.
Oh my god. No.
Al, what the fuck? Al, that ain't fair.
That's 6, not Al.
No,
No,
Al
he's
said in the group, in the chat, they said sorry, I was
Sorry.
hungry.
I see.
Do you okay, so how does Emily respond to begin with? I'm trying to figure
Amelie.
out if you need
God.
a roll to not
Is this a
just
question for
faint.
me,
Yeah.
or is this a question for you?
That is a question for you. This is how your character would react, not me.
Um, hmm. Thinking, pondering. Can I
It,
just
it's
literally
gaping
be,
holes like
can
two
I just be
the
out the
void.
ass confused?
Yes. Do you say
Okay.
anything?
No, I just want to look at him. Yeah, I just want to stare at him and be really confused.
You seem to have a hard time looking at him properly. But you do eventually make eye contact.
Kiddo,
6.
listen to me very, very
6.
carefully.
You notice that one of her eyes is gone.
You know, you're gonna need to. I've never been a full convert before. I can't quite say how this works. I know a guy. Oh dear lord. I look over at Lusat. At least answer me this, big fella. Did you notice anything? Like, you were awake this whole time. Please tell me you saw some of this happen. Bastard, just say
Dead
something.
fucking silence. That's hilarious.
I look back over at Amelie. You do know how to control your prismatics, correct?
How does she respond to that?
Hmm. I just want to say kinda.
Do you,
Oh dear lord.
Amelie,
That's
make a perception check for me?
for fuck's sake.
Please roll higher than a 10.
You you fucking jinxed me! I
You
got a 9!
I'm not
you
apologizing.
you ask what he's talking about,
Oh dear lord.
but you hear a slight grinding noise on the floor as 6 seems to have accidentally shifted his foot. You look down and you see what looks like tears. Then it shifts to blood.
Hmm.
And
Do I notice this?
you just notice glass shards on the floor. You've seen this before.
Got it. All right. Well, I am immediately going to ask, how do you feel right now? I've never quite seen something this bad before in a prismatic.
Gracie, get the fuck out of here. Sorry, my cat.
How does Amelie
Sorry.
react to it? You see flakes of skin. You actually see an eyeball,
Oh, okay.
and they are in fact yours.
Oh, perfect.
How do you react?
Um, Gracie! Sorry, she's like tearing shit up in my living room. Um, I just want to be overly terrified, but I don't want to say anything. Just look visibly scared.
Amelie, make a history check for me.
What is that
Roll.
modifier?
I believe it is intelligence.
Okay. Oh my god, can this fucking app please respond to me?
I love how clueless Yolk was. That was just wild. He's out of it.
Okay,
Cocked.
can
Groggy as
someone roll
heck.
this for me? Because it has not responded to me 3 times in a row.
Weird.
I'll try one more time.
Thing just hates you.
Okay, I got
Okay.
18.
Never mind.
You instinctively get on the ground and start picking up what you perceive as your face and mumbling the words to the cure wounds spell. Um,
What do I see?
you see the same thing.
Okay,
However,
but
just crystals, she's just grabbing them in her hands, forcing them onto her face, and casting, and you hear her murmuring a spell incantation.
I'm sorry, this is really bad timing, but I will be gone for like 2 seconds. My cat is
Mm-hmm.
actually destroying everything that she could possibly destroy.
Gotcha.
Awkward.
Give me 1 second.
It's cure wounds, guys. Calm down.
This
Or
isn't important, but since we don't have anything better to do, I'm just gonna share the fact that my character still has makeup on even when they're asleep. It doesn't seem to be coming off on the pillow.
Okay,
Nice.
I'm back. Sorry.
You
I
pick.
hate having a
Yeah.
cat.
All right. You murmur the incantation for cure wounds, and suddenly you start feeling fine, like nothing happened at all.
Okay.
is her face back?
Yes.
Dear Lord, kiddo. Should have told me you knew what to do. This seems like something you've dealt with before, almost.
Can I ask Six to not say anything about this to anyone?
yes, it's your character. Do what you want.
Okay, then I want to do that.
I I will. I mean, well, I wasn't planning on telling nobody to start with. This don't seem like something you'd bring up at tea time.
Okay.
Say, did you happen to hear some thuds?
Is that asking me?
Yes.
Yes.
Um, no.
Hmm. I lean my ear up to the wall.
You hear nothing.
He's gone deaf. Oh my god.
Nothing coming from the wall. You know what I mean.
I look out the window.
Roll perception.
Take a shot every time Mike tells someone to roll perception.
All right, let me go get a brand new bottle. Oh, wait, I don't have a car anymore, so I can't go get a bottle.
All right.
I can't. I'm sadly underage.
So you go
Like, that's
to
gonna stop you.
you
What do I
go
see?
you go to the window and look out it. There's nobody strictly watching you. You do notice a few people on different rooftops nearby. I mean, I say rooftops. You guys are upside down. there
Yes.
there are a couple of rooftops in view, but there doesn't seem to be anybody on them except for a couple maintenance people on one in the distance. Nobody is strictly watching out the
Suspicious.
Nobody is strictly watching this window or seems to have any eyes pointed your direction.
I throw my hands up in the air. What time is it?
It is 4 in the morning.
I walk
Oh,
back over to
I'm back.
Amelie and give her a head pat and then go back to sleep.
What the fuck? Sorry. I will try to fall back asleep as well.
One last
Great
thing.
for me.
I swear it's not.
Great.
I swear it's not perception.
Better not be.
Investigation.
Roll insight, Amelie.
Okay. What modifiers?
Wisdom.
Wisdom.
Wisdom. Okay.
So many wisdom.
Yeah, I should have spec'd more into wisdom for this.
Oh
It'd
my
be a real
fucking
shame if
god.
somebody had like a -5.
How? Why is it that this bot seems to like me, but nobody else?
It liked me on the first time we played, but I only rolled my dice twice.
And this is why I don't use that thing, because I know it has a
Gracie, no.
vendetta.
Gracie.
All right, it's time for some Chinese food, guys.
What?
The
I want
mukbang
some
stream.
Chinese.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I think we deserve
Hey,
to get
hey,
Chinese food in game now
yeah,
too.
exactly. Look, Sakura. Look, we're killing two birds with one stone. We're feeding us all Chinese food, and we're dealing with your problematic cat. Problem solved.
Oh.
Let's
Okay,
not
so
eat
what
my
was that
cat.
roll for, Mike?
Nothing.
Insight.
It was insight.
But yeah, no, I
Insight
mean,
into
I'm
what?
guessing, I'm guessing you missed the insight check, and now nothing
Probably.
happens.
Yeah, probably completely missed.
Kill myself.
Watch us miss a really important check somewhere along the line, and we just get the bad ending.
We probably already have, thanks to like half my rolls being in the single digits today.
All right.
When we wake up, I need to do at least one perception roll just to see what I would have gotten.
Nice. The rest of the night goes on without incident.
Press X to doubt.
There's too much delay in this loading screen, man. It's got to be loading something.
All right.
I have a request.
Yes.
Can I be the first to wake up because my character seems like they'd be somebody who wakes up really early.
Well, not to mention you also didn't have any interruptions in your sleep.
You were the only person that didn't.
I wanna
Okay.
well actually I don't know what's gonna happen in the morning. Okay, once I know what's happening in the morning then I'll say what I wanna do being the
Okay.
first one up.
So you do actually have somewhere to be today. You have to go to a welcoming ceremony that Gemini Corporation has planned out for you. Um, they seem to be putting on a show of some of their new technology and wanted to view it as a warm welcome. So you guys are the guests of honor.
How early do I have to be there?
Um, it is probably around 6 right now. You got to be there probably at noon.
Noon. Okay. So I have a little bit of time to do stuff. Do I see that everybody is just passed out right now, like
Uh,
completely asleep?
except for Lusat, because I'm assuming he's still sharpening his axe. You know what? No, Lusat, roll Constitution for me.
Bro said fuck that ex.
Constitution
Yeah.
22.
You are still sharpening that axe.
Look, you changed your wording from last time. Good job.
All right. I'm gonna get out of bed. I'm gonna switch into my equipment. I'm going to float up a little bit to tap Lucette on the shoulder.
Mm-hmm. How does Lusat react to the shoulder tap? If at all.
I, I think he gave his response right there.
Could you move out of the way of the door for just a minute? I need to get through.
How
Oh
open is this
no.
room?
I didn't hear what you said.
Try that one more time.
How open is this room?
I would imagine it's a pretty big room considering how fancy it is.
Oh, yes,
Okay,
it's a
so I
relatively large
actually
room.
have room to physically move.
Yes.
Okay. I move just enough out of the way that he can get by. And then go back to sharpening my axe.
I nod my head and say thank you, and then I go out the door. I'm going
I want
to.
to ask a question first. How much metal shavings are on the floor from just how much he's been?
Maybe his character eats the metal shavings. Maybe that's how he like stays alive.
Fortunately, I was floating,
Mm,
so I don't have to care.
Hey, stop that.
true.
Oh my
So
God.
since it's still early morning and I have time before I need to do things, I'm just going to. I'm assuming there's a place to grab food here.
Yes. I'm
Um,
assuming you have the presence of mind to hang the do not disturb.
yeah.
Yes. Got it.
Uh, I think I probably can't get away with with getting a bunch of meals. That would probably look a bit strange. So I'm just going to get one meal with a bunch of servings, and then I'm going to get a bunch of coffees because I think it's a lot easier to make the argument that I'm caffeine addicted and I just need a lot to get through the day
Okay, so
than
how
it
many
than it
meals
would
did you
be
get?
to say
Feel that
I'm
call.
I'm not going I'm not gonna get more than one meal. I think I'm just gonna get one meal with very large portions,
Are you
and then
sure?
I'm
Are you
gonna
sure you're
share
not
it.
going to try to get multiple meals and play it off as you getting it for all of your
Associates.
associates? Because you have a lot of those here too.
You know, come to think of it, uh, I think the physician would be the most likely to play along with whatever I tell him to do, and he's also a rather large person, so I feel like I could give the excuse of most of it is for him, and then tell him to claim that most of it was for him.
All right. Sounds like a plan to me.
So yeah, I'm going to get uh I'm gonna get a few meals and a lot of coffee, and if anybody asks, I'm gonna say that it, it's for the other researchers, and the reason that the portions are so big is because they eat a lot. I actually there are two very big people there, so that would check out.
All right.
Hey, Michael, I don't mean to interrupt, but music.
Ah, yes.
So I'm going to uh, I'm going to bring that back to my room, and then after I do that, assuming I actually do have enough left over, I'll bring one to the physician because he's like right there.
Got it. Sounds good.
So after I do that, I'm gonna come back in the room
The physician
and
asks if he should ask any of what's going on.
uh I I, I say that I just thought that it would be nice to grab him something.
Got it. I don't need to know.
So
He seems to acknowledge that. Oh, got it. I'm not supposed to know that.
uh after after that lovely conversation with him, I'm gonna go back in the room and I'm going to lay out the breakfast for everyone. I got like a meal and a coffee for everyone, and then I'm just going to chill and eat and drink and wait for people to wake up. I'm also gonna have some cards on the table if anybody feels like playing something. If they don't drink coffee, then I toss them out the window. How about that? I was responding to the chat, sorry.
Nice. Um, I'm assuming Yolk would probably be next to Rise. Does Azure make any move toward the sustenance on display?
Lusat,
Lusat.
not Azure.
You get what I mean.
What?
Do you make a motion toward any of the food that was brought back?
That's a really good question.
Michael, I suggest a different song.
And you'd
All
have my
right.
answer of no.
Huh? No?
I'm
And you'd
going to
have the
send you
answer of
one.
no.
Oh.
I, di- I didn't hear what Lusat said.
We're early morning. We gotta have some pep in our step.
That does not fit the tone.
God dang, man.
What?
What you send?
Fucking Persona 4 music.
Exactly.
Real. So real.
If
You're just a hater, Mike.
if
Not fit.
Lusat isn't going for any of the food, I'm going to say that some of this is for you. You can take it.
There.
Yolk slowly wakes and slides out from under the bed and forms greatly into a large shape, almost the size of Lusat. Makes a stark contrast to how shallow he was to the floor.
Do you motion toward the food?
What is there?
Generalized breakfast fare. You know the drill. Sausage, eggs, bacon, cheese.
Can I be
How am I
reading a
supposed to eat
newspaper or
that?
something?
Huh?
I said, how am I supposed to eat that?
There are fruits as well.
What kind of fruits?
What kind of fruits? Oranges, primarily. But there are apples, a couple of grapes as well.
Yeah. You said there was coffee?
Yes.
Oh, I forgot to mention, but once I get back in the room, I'm switching out of my gear back into like clothes.
Mm-hmm.
Yolk's just gonna rip an orange in half and then like squeeze it on his skin.
This jolt, the sound of the orange ripping jolts Six awake.
Say, what's going on here?
You watch him squeeze the orange directly onto his skin.
Rise and shine, he says.
Yolk's eating the food again.
Gracie, stop it.
I gesture to the table with all the food on it.
Well, thank you kindly, miss. I could get used to breakfast in bed.
I'm going to look like
I have
I'm gonna say something, but then I decide not to.
Yolk replies, don't get used to it.
It was a joke, brother. Just wishful thinking. I get up and I go to the table and I take a look at what is available to me.
Standardized breakfast fare. All of the fruits that Yolk hasn't taken, which I'm assuming is most of them.
Mostly just the oranges. Apples are.
I'm not sure what kind of fantasy foods are here, so.
Apples aren't particularly fun to eat.
Grapes?
Grapes, sure.
Like, are there eggs and bacon in D&D?
Yeah, obviously there's eggs and bacon. This is
Although
relatively modernized.
There's no way for Yolk to dissolve the grape skins, so they kind of just
sit there.
Yeah,
and I'm assuming there's also coffee on the table.
Yes.
Yes.
I immediately take a sip of that before I begin digging into the eggs and the bacon.
Roll a history check for me.
Oh.
Why?
The eggs, I have to roll for the eggs and the bacon, guys.
You have to figure out what came first, the egg or the chicken.
Oh no, the philosophy at the table. This is like my family reunions.
While they're having this philosophical crisis, can I be filling out the crossword on a newspaper?
Yes.
Oh shoot. I got really unlucky on that.
Oh. You just noticed that the eggs taste very good.
Well, I wasn't about to just get some like freaking history lesson on what type of egg this is.
You might have recognized the cooking.
Really?
Might have.
But you didn't.
Oh, it's sunny side up. Oh.
No, never mind.
Six just being like,
Or couldn't figure out which came first. He thought he somehow came to the conclusion that chickens don't exist.
Exactly. I just stare at the crossword that Orun is doing.
Quite quickly, might I add.
What?
She's doing
okay.
the
Might you add to
crossword
what?
very quickly.
Okay.
Regardless.
I just awkwardly peek over her shoulder.
As I'm blitzing through it, I'm going to I'm going to turn to him and say, "Do you know how hard it is to do these things in a language that isn't your first?" And then I'm gonna keep blitzing through it.
my eyes just, well, because eye patch, but my eye just darts over to her and then looks back at the paper. Just awkward double takes.
Amelie,
And then
you wake up. And that is the first thing you see.
Okay, I'm just.
Rise and shine, kiddo.
that's my line.
Bro stole it. Okay, I'm just gonna stare at them both and be really confused why I woke up to that scene.
I'm gonna gesture to the food on the table and say that you can take some.
Um, what fruits are left over?
Apples primarily. There's a few grapes, a couple of
Okay.
Michael,
oranges.
remind me of the lead we have. We're trying to get to another guy, right?
Oh yeah, because you guys need to get to the bottom half of the city because you guys are on the one that's stuck to the top of the cave,
Yeah,
and
we're
then
supposed to.
there's the ground floor, which is like
We're
the
supposed
buildings
to.
on the which is the mining
Yes,
operation.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
We're supposed to talk to whom there? I forget.
Richard the Great.
Yeah, that's right.
Dick,
Duke.
Dick. I will just take an apple and eat it as quietly as I can.
Hold on.
Swear to God, if you tell her to roll for stealth.
I literally was just thinking that. I swear to God, if he makes me roll to see how quiet I eat the fucking apple.
No, no.
And I wait.
You hurt
I
Yeah,
your
need
no,
to
I'm
do.
tooth
gonna
on the
nat 20
apple.
your IP address.
Oh my God,
I
bruh.
need. I need to. I need to do my one perception roll to see what I would have rolled. I'm gonna see how well I can hear the chewing.
15.
22. That was not a crit.
I'm just gonna pretend like the apple did not hurt my tooth because fuck you for making the apple hurt my tooth. Because what the fuck?
She's freaking
You're actively
prismatic. Does it really matter?
you're actively picking on me, bruh.
Anyway, Lusat, now that everyone else is eating, do you make any motion toward the food at the table?
No.
Do you
Dear.
continue sharpening your axe?
Perhaps.
Perchance.
Did you even have to ask?
I'm not kidding when I say I'm going to sharpen that axe until you let me make it split an atom.
Okay, what I'm confused by is does he like how can he get away with all this? Like, isn't his character tired by this point?
His constitution was
Considering his
22.
constitution roll, no
Okay,
sir.
but no matter. Like, I thought that was just to stay awake. Surely his body still feels the urge to sleep.
Feels the urge, maybe, but he is pushing through.
You know, you should read up on Hirocene.
Read up on what?
The god he serves.
Oh. Anyways, I just look over at Lushat and just like point toward like I just like awkwardly look at him, then the table of food and back at him repeatedly.
All right. How are we going to get out of here unnoticed?
Well, I suppose you could just take us through the window.
It's broad daylight. That's going to be a little harder.
Broad daylight don't matter.
You guys are underground, to be fair.
That's
Well,
what I
but we're
was
not
about.
that far underground.
I'd be worried about the lights on the nearby buildings more so.
I
Anyway.
mean, I figure it would just be easier that way. Or, I mean, since I came in just all willy-nilly, I suppose I can walk right out and nobody suspect a thing.
I certainly can't carry Lusat down the wall.
Well, Lusat's a different beast of his own. I'm sure his mere presence will just absolutely scare the living daylights out of any normal citizen.
Nor
I don't think Lusat's got to worry about a thing here. What I'm primarily worried about is me and Amelie. You can get out the window anytime you want.
Any ideas? Arun?
Well,
You got that fancy flight technology, don't you?
well, yes, but what do you expect me to do with it that I couldn't already be accomplished by lowering you by some other mean?
I suppose we could just get out the window that way. just glide on down?
Can you not already do that with Yolk lowering you?
I don't know if he can. Can you?
You are like 3 stories up, so he might have to throw you on a nearby windowsill. Kind of spider
I would,
around. It would take a couple of checks.
yeah.
It seems quite
Um,
risky.
Amelie,
Okay,
I'm comfortable with. She's light enough.
question. Is my flight strong enough to actually carry other people?
You could probably carry 1 person.
Okay. Oh,
And by carry, it would be glide down only.
if we need to do that, I might. But uh, I have a possibly easier idea, and that's just I'm going to uh I'm gonna walk out of the room, and if there's anybody there, then I'm going to signal for them to go. And if there are people there, I'm gonna pretend like I'm going to the bathroom, and then when I come back, I'm gonna see if there's people there then.
1 problem. Your rooms have bathrooms.
Our rooms have bathroom. Damn. I'm not used to fancy hotels. I forgot about that.
Well,
Wait,
let's.
hotel rooms can come with bathrooms? That's crazy.
I might just be able to walk on out of here the same way I came in. Nobody
Yeah.
seemed to care. Nobody seemed to care that I walked in.
The more important part is whether or not you're seen coming out of my room or not.
I suppose that's true. I mean, that's what you're here for. You could just act like you forgot something inside your room, or we could just listen outside for any walking around.
Yeah, I suppose that's true. I'll just put my ear up to the door and listen for anybody nearby.
You hear a few footsteps, some of your colleagues coming out of their rooms.
I'm going to wait for the footsteps to clear, and then once they do, uh, I'm gonna have them leave at like a staggered pace so it doesn't look like they're with each other.
All right. Um, seems to work just fine.
And then I'm gonna wait a little bit as to seem like I'm not associated, and then I'm going to go out too.
All right. After your wait, you walk out and you hear one of the doors open from nearby you. You see Melina is gathering her things. She seems ready to go to the event.
I forgot to mention this before, but I would have put on my equipment before
Oh,
leaving.
yeah, obviously. Yeah, I'm not going to be a Nazi about that.
Ironic.
She greets you, says good morning.
I uh I say good morning as well, and uh, I ask if she knows where this meeting we're supposed to be having is located exactly.
Center of town. It's supposed to be a grand showing. Seems like most of the town is invited. Very public event. Very public showing.
All right. I'm gonna check the time again.
It's around 10 o'clock.
Okay. So I've got a bit of time before that. Now, do I awkwardly leave her to go talk to the group, or
That's the question.
do I keep talking with
You
her?
have to decide that.
Uh, my character has a +1 in charisma, but I don't.
That's real.
I uh
Okay, so are you wanting to go to this event or?
I'm going to have to go to the event, but I still have 2 hours before then, so I'm gonna have to do stuff in between now and then.
Okay. Um, well, I don't know if we're going to be able to get to the other side of town and back, or you're going to be able to get to the other side of town and back in an hour
Oh yeah,
or
that's a
in
good
two
question.
hours.
How long does it take to get there?
Before you can make a decision as to if you should break the conversation or not, um, Melina mentions hearing noises from across the hall. She asked if everything was okay. Heard
What
grinding
sort
noises.
of grinding
Bruh.
noises? Um, like scraping,
Like scraping
kind of?
noises, yeah.
Like somebody was dragging their feet on the floor?
It almost sounded metallic.
I'm not sure I know of any metallic grinding that could happen. Are the Do the prismatics incorporate any kind of metal into them at all?
Primarily crystalline.
Well, then, I'm not sure. Maybe there was some repair
Is the
work
ground
going on.
beneath a rune like carpet, or
Hmm?
is it like a carpet floor, or
Yes, it is a carpet floor.
so then how is anything making a metallic scraping sound?
No, hold on.
Wait, am I dumb or
Six.
wait, hold on.
I must not have
The
been paying attention.
the NPC is talking about the grinding noises coming from our room last night.
Oh, well then, never mind. That's wait,
So
so wait.
so Al is covering for us. Shut up.
Oh, okay.
I'm
Al
I'm
is
going
playing
to
dumb.
I'm going to assume that whatever noise you heard might have been some kind of repair work. Must have not been too close to my room if it was something I slept through.
She seems confused, but she nods. Then she she does cut the conversation short, but she does mention, "Hey, maybe we should sit next to each other during the event."
Gay.
Well, I don't
Oh,
know how the seating
target.
arrangements are going to be, but if it's possible, I don't see why not.
Wonderful. She bows her head and continues on.
So I'm gonna head out to the group.
Hold on. Damn. All right. You continue on. You seem to not think much of it. Do you think she's genuinely concerned?
Wait, actually, yeah, I'm gonna roll insight to see if he like is onto anything.
Go ahead.
Do I have proficiency? Oh my God, I do. I'm so smart. Uh,
That one.
17.
Dang it.
Her intentions seem to be pure, and she just seems concerned. She seems confused, maybe not exactly on to what you're doing, but she knows something came from the general direction of your room last night. And you find her to be a relatively smart enough individual that she might eventually figure it out.
Yeah, well, for now, I think, I don't know, I slept through it is a good enough excuse. So, I mean, it is true. I did sleep through it.
Yep.
So, I'm going to continue on to the group and not think much of it.
So what did we say? The how far is it going to be? Because we got to take an elevator down, right?
You could take an elevator. You did hear the mention of flight models, so you have no idea how they. Uh, you remember? Okay,
Prismatics can just glide there. Yeah, I get
yeah,
that.
but the thing is that doesn't solve the artificial gravity problem. So there might be something else going on with that.
Yeah. So we'll probably have to take an elevator
Hmm.
anyway.
Might also start asking around to see if there's ways to get to the other side.
Um,
Just, you know, random people, all that fun stuff.
that sounds like a strange idea.
Why? It's a working environment. God forbid you had a job there. It's not just prismatics that live here, though there's a lot of them.
But what I mean is, I don't know. I don't know. As a strange octopus man walks up to you and asks, "How do I get to the other side?"
Mm-hmm.
To be fair, I don't think that that's going to be changed by you asking any kind of different question.
Yep,
It's just going to be like that always, so
that's true.
might as well.
Anyways, it would take you about an hour to be where you're supposed to go for the meeting. Another thing as well is because it is a relatively public event, there's going to be a big audience, so you guys might be able to blend into the crowd to watch it yourselves.
Is this part of our objective, or are we on to Richard?
That's a good question. Do you guys want to see this? See if you can get any information. It is mentioned that in advertisements and things you see around the town that Dio himself will be hosting the event,
Yeah.
speaking at it.
Um, I don't. I don't know if it's a good idea for Yolk to be at that event.
You don't have to be within eyesight of him, but that's fair.
I do have
Okay,
to
but
be
he's
at this
gonna have
event.
eyes on the ground, I'm sure.
Well, now's the time for you guys to speak about it.
I don't know if it's such a great idea for me to go there.
I am required to go there. Well, I suppose not required, but highly encouraged.
Hold on.
Doesn't seem like anything would happen there.
I think it's.
There.
It might be. Well. Uh. Oh man.
We don't know what's going to be happening to Richard.
Yes.
I think it might be wise if we split up here for now. As much as I don't want to do that. But that having been said, I think, at least if I'm reading the room right, me and Yolk don't really want to go. Is there anyone else who'd like to join us? I have a feeling Lusat might want to join us because there's a chance he could kill something. How does that sound to you, Lusat? Do you want to kill something?
Speaking to bro like he's a dog.
I'm going to assume he wants to kill something. What about you, Amelie? We could use a healer, and I'm unsure if...
Is this the question of going with you or going with Arun?
In fact, that is the question.
Okay. Hmm. Hmm. So is Arun the only one going to the event?
Arun is the only one required to go.
Okay.
But it's
As-
probably a good idea that someone go with her.
Assuming you don't go with me, then I would be the only one, the only player going.
If
I think that I will go with them.
if uh
Wait, who's that directed towards?
Arun.
Mhm.
I don't feel comfortable with only Amelie and Arun going, since they seem to be our
Supports.
well, not just supports, but also our least um, our most fragile players.
We need to be a bit more strategic about this, I suppose. Usat should probably be the one who's heading with them.
I think
Um,
that would be maybe. Um,
That sounds like an awful idea.
I'm
yeah,
not sure.
I understand why that sounds like a bad idea, but at the same time,
Six. Are you confident in your capabilities to keep an eye on Lusat?
well, to be fair, either or solution ain't a good idea. And besides, I don't want you heading after Richard on your own either. This is a tough situation here. You already know what I said about Neo. You already know if I look at that guy, I won't be
Yes,
able to.
I know. My question is, can you, if I am to accompany Arun and Amelie, can you and Lusat comfortably
I
work
can vibe.
together?
I can vibe with violence.
Okay.
I suppose that probably would be a better idea.
Yes, but we probably don't want Richard dead.
Well, obviously not, but considering Lusat hasn't killed us all yet, I'd say he's got some restraint in that manner.
Six,
Eh,
I have a question.
what would that be?
You seem like you might have a bit of difficulty restraining yourself if you see this person, but hypothetically, if you were just nearby and I had a way to remotely alert you without you actually watching it, do you think that could be all right?
I might be recognized.
Hmm.
I just think it's not a good idea in general. I'm
I would absolutely be there. However, that just seems like a recipe for disaster.
Lisette, if I ask you for help, are you actually going to come, or are you just going to sit there and sharpen your axe?
Just sit there and look pretty.
Or, God forbid, kill the audience.
all right. Six. Take Lusat. Arun, Amelie, and I will go.
Musha, I swear to the high heavens, please just cooperate.
No promises.
That's still more than I got out of you last night, so I'm gonna take that as far as I can.
Whoa.
Um, Michael,
Yes.
I forgot something.
What did you forget?
DMing.
Oh!
Six, I need you to do something for me.
What
This
you
is
need?
actually, yeah, yeah,
I I need you while you're out there, if you find any sort of spare computer or electronic parts that you can just take, I
hmm?
want you to take them. I
Ah,
might be able to do some stuff with them.
I promise, especially if it's got intel on it.
Well, even if it's just scrap parts, it's fine. I can work with it.
As long as I can carry it, sure.
Thank you.
That's just great. I
Is
love
there
that.
anything in particular that you're looking for?
If you can find some USB. Wait, is USB a thing here, Ron?
Yes.
Okay, if you can find some USB cables and USB drives, I would need some of those. Aside from that, just general circuitry.
Alrighty. I'll make sure to keep an eye out. And please keep me updated on the happenings. We should probably find some way of communicating.
Oh
I
yes,
have
I
some.
think I think it might be possible for me to make some kind of communication device out of those, and it might be preferable to buying one because buying one might be able to be tapped into.
Not only that, but our purchase will be something that they could track.
Exactly. So, in addition to those things, if you can find any sort of spare microphone parts,
Yo,
I'm not
Six.
sure you can
What's
distinguish
up?
that, but
Roll perception for me.
Here we go again, fellas. Ooh, Lady Luck, please help me. Yeah.
Roll again for me.
Oh no.
Um. Okay.
The fuck?
That's worse than I've been doing. That
Dungeon
really
episode.
says something.
Why did you make me roll twice?
My sister texted me.
Why is Xander rolling?
I don't like the amount of like silence
Sorry,
that is
doing
getting
something
given.
else.
I
It's
think
fine.
it's
Yeah,
probably something to do with dehydration.
Michael's DMing me, making me roll something.
Oh, okay, great.
So anyway, as I was saying, if you can find microphone parts, I'm not sure you would know how to distinguish them. I don't know how familiar you are, but if you do find any microphones or microphone parts, that would be good too, or any speakers or speaker parts.
You
But
don't have
just
anything currently, though.
not anything of that variety, no.
Well, this could wind up getting dicey, and that's a problem right there.
Well, I'm mainly just asking for scrap pieces. You don't
Oh
need to
no,
steal anything.
I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about if something happens to one or the other group, we need to be able to pull out and know when to pull out.
If you can if you can get these parts to me, I might be able to piece something together, but I'm not going to make any promises. You would have to do it very quickly if you want me to even try to be able to make a communication device in time.
Lovely. I might have another solution, but I don't know if I really want to use it right now.
I
I'll
would,
just see if I can find something. You know,
I
there should
would,
be some kind of.
I would really only need to make one because there's only two groups. Just give one person one and I can use my helmet.
Exactly.
And they're not particularly large, so I don't think I need the most equipment for it.
Alrighty, I'll keep my eyes peeled.
So, are you guys going to be splitting up? Has that been ironed out?
Me and Lusat and Amelie, Arun, and York.
All right. So, where are Six and you going? I mean, I'm assuming Six is going to be taking the reins here.
Yep, and we're going to be looking for Mr. Richard. We don't know if he survived the night with the Nazis, but
Well, he's on. All you know is he's on ground level.
yep.
Ron,
Yes.
I just want to double check. I am able to. I'm pretty sure that you already said yes, but I'm just double checking. I am able to make like detect stuff, right?
Like detect magic and things like that.
Oh, no, no, like technology. Like I can piece together things to make little
Trinkets. Oh
devices.
yeah, obviously. Yes.
Okay. Hypothetically, would I be able to, assuming I had like the base components, would I be able to make a computer given enough time? I'm not going to apply that. I'm just trying to gauge my skill level.
Building a computer is something even a newbie can do.
Well, yeah, but they get pre-built parts.
You're talking about completely from the ground up.
I mean, not straight from like the metals, but from just basic wires and making the circuits myself. Like, do I know that much? I'm going to take the silence as a yes, and if you revoke it, I'm calling you a bad DM and
Sorry.
putting you
Try
on
that one
RPG
more
Horror
time.
Stories.
Sorry. Try that one more time.
I was asking if would my character know how to make a computer just from like very basic parts, not like from the actual most basic metals and stuff, but from basic pieces like just wires and some boards to make circuits on? Would I know how to make it from that very basic level?
Hmm. Yes, likely. If not, you
Okay.
can look it up quite quickly.
Okay. So considering I can do that, I think I should be able to make most things. So we'll be fine. We'll be good. So yeah, if you can find me those pieces, I might be able to. Would it be lucrative to look for it myself? Question 6. You've been in this city for a while, haven't you?
Yes, ma'am.
So, would you know anywhere that we might be able to get some scrap pieces? Because we still have a bit of time. I could go there myself and look for specific pieces for this.
There, pro-
Ronald.
there probably would not be any scrap on the upper level. It would be in the lower cities. The one on
And I'm
ground level.
assuming they're heading to the upper level.
Yeah, they're going to be on upper level. You guys actually have to find a way down because you're all on like upper level.
Yep. Not where we are and not where you're headed.
All right. Do I have do I have a way to like give them an image like can I does my helmet have like a printer on it or something? Don't actually say yes to that. Uh,
Mm,
I just want to
no.
be able to share some kind of image with them.
Ron, I need to ask a question.
Yes.
Where they're headed, does it happen to coincide with where we're going on the lower level?
What do you mean?
Like, is it like directly above us from where for where we're going to be headed on the ground level?
Not
Not directly.
directly, no.
Okay. But is it close by?
Relatively?
Interesting. What would you say the general distance is?
Several miles. It's a pretty massive cavern.
You're talking about vertically, correct?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. But on the vertical axis, they're pretty much around the same alignment.
Roughly? Depending on where you check first, because you don't exactly know which mining colony it's in, but you have a general idea that he's been working around there.
And this is a flight technology thing.
The showcase, yes, there will be flight involved, so they might go and show off a lot. So they might go
Ooh.
around quite a bit.
Oh no. I don't like that. I don't like this at all. Hey, Maroon, there is a possibility that one of us is gonna wind up running into the other on this. I don't think directly, but the mining colony where we're gonna be headed is almost directly above or
Okay.
below relative to where we're headed. Almost. Can't be sure, but I have a feeling this coincides just a little too conveniently.
I'm going to roll insight to attempt to determine what exactly he's implying because me as a player is not smart enough to realize it. Uh, I got a 10 plus 5, 15.
Ron?
I'm sorry, try that one more time. I'm paying
I,
attention to
I,
a lot of things right now.
I
Bro's
said
locked in.
I rolled a 15 to determine if I rolled a 15 insight to see if I could figure out what 6 was implying.
By his, because he's
The
implying that
marks,
they're
you
going to
got
be
it.
flying around that area.
You
Yes.
said a little too conveniently. That's the part that I'm focusing on. Like, what is he? Does he think there's some kind of plot going on?
Yes.
I think it just coincides way too well.
So,
Did
what
it?
exactly do you think is happening?
I have well, generally speaking, we heard the Nazis were heading that area, right?
I suppose so.
Well, the Nazis aren't exactly. We have no real indication of what their motives are in this, but we do know that they are connected to Gemini. What I'm curious about is if this is a strategic placement on their part, or if this is the Nazis planning some kind of revenge. Because we did hear that they had been having a pretty complicated relationship.
All I can say is that I know I think I think Ronald is concerned that Neo Ronald is concerned about Neo's affiliation.
Well, we're certainly going to learn something one way or another. I have a feeling these events are going to collide either way, given that they're going to be flying around or testing technology like that. And I get the feeling this ain't going to be a peaceful interaction between Mr. Richard and the Nazis. Supposing that's even true to begin with, I could just be blowing smoke. But it might be a good idea to have this heads up than not.
Well,
This would be very useful to have a communication device for. I think we definitely need to make that a priority.
Most certainly. If I find the parts for it, I'll return immediately.
I am going to stay here for a while. Uh, I'm going to leave at a point where I still have plenty of time to reach the point I'm supposed to reach. But if you can find the parts before I leave, that's great. I can try to make it here. If not, you can maybe come find me and I'll try to find a place to make it as quickly as possible before the event starts.
Sounds dandy. Just be careful. We don't really know who's watching us right now.
We'll
I
never know
am
that.
remaining as vigilant as possible.
Sounds dandy. Let's get a move on then. You following Lasat? Is he just sharpening his axe right now?
Okay, so Six asked if Lusat would follow.
I haven't been here for like the past 5 minutes, so what did I miss?
Well, it turns out that apparently the meeting point that Orun is going to be directly above or around the general vicinity of on like they're going to be on the upper level, we're going to be on the lower level, but we're pretty much going to be at like the same location, just at a different elevation.
Same Z coordinate, essentially.
Yep. Is it Z coordinate or Y coordinate? I always see different
Z.
programs referring to different like axes.
It's Z.
It's Z.
Okay, good. Because like
X and Y is your 2D plane. Z is what makes it 3D.
Then
it's
wouldn't it be
weird.
the same X and Y because they're not at the same height? The height is the difference.
Yeah, no. So see, here's the thing. Every single program I've used has used Y for the vertical coordinate. Don't ask me why.
I'm not gonna make the obvious joke.
I already knew about it when I said that, and I was just sitting there like, how do I get around saying this?
Don't ask me the reason.
That's okay. That works.
All right.
Wait, what? Y is vertical?
It changes between things, it doesn't matter.
What are the name of your people again, Arun?
The Solstinar.
Solstinar.
Or the country is Felsterel.
Do you mean like the group I'm in directly, the country, the type of
I meant
unit I am?
the Solstinar.
Solstenaria.
Those are the
Is that the name of your race?
No.
Race?
no.
No,
It's
that's
organization.
Oh,
my
that's what you were
job
asking. The name of the people, or okay, hold on.
job rank, whatever.
Fascinating. I'm guessing you're just like an elf or something.
I've taken I've shown my face multiple times and you haven't discerned my race yet.
Well, I'll be honest with you.
He's not.
My
He's not asking in character.
yeah.
Oh,
If I was asking in character, I'd be using my accent.
listen, I'm not that observant. Uh, honestly, I think I'm I feel like it's funnier to just leave it ambiguous at this point, since you haven't realized, and also it doesn't really matter.
I'm looking at your drawings of the character right now, and I still don't know. You just look like a human to me.
So, what race is she? No
I
answer.
think it.
Which race?
Arun.
Oh, Orun.
These
She's
are the
Elven.
drawings in question. Oh wait, fuck, wrong one.
She's
Okay.
Elven.
Okay, yeah, so she is an elf.
These were the
Interesting.
drawings in question.
As you're saying interesting, and I immediately knew what went through his head. It's a
Yep.
good thing that the elves are leaving the party when Lusat is leaving.
I was being I was being a bit ambiguous for a
Okay.
reason, possibly.
It's okay, I'm Joyce. Riley, it's okay, I'm Joyce. Have you seen that?
No, could you stop being a retard and try to do a shit?
Bro.
Riley, it's okay,
And you
I'm
were getting
Joyce.
mad about those jokes, brother.
Aaron.
Who was getting mad about what jokes?
Bro was
I don't
getting
know.
mad
I
about
was
the
pure
horny
blame.
jokes, and then he just says wide elf.
I said she's wide. I did not. Hey,
She
I,
thick boy.
I didn't. I
Yes,
did not.
that is
I did not.
exactly what you meant.
I did not suggest that it was sexual.
I am merely acknowledging the beauty of a woman.
No, I am merely acknowledging how wide that woman is.
Can't believe you're calling me fat.
All right.
Can I ban him for calling me fat? This is a safe space.
Hey,
Unfortunately, we aren't Nazis.
Yeah. Man. Anyway. So,
Where the fuck were we? I remember asking a stupid question and then not getting a direct answer.
What
what
was
was
that
your
stupid
stupid
question?
question?
What the hell did I miss? Because I wasn't paying attention before we got into whatever spiel that was.
Okay, they were debating on because they're doing a flight test for the Gemini tech. They were going to be flying around a very similar area to where on ground level they're going to be searching first. I mean, you
Okay.
and Six.
Okay, that's what I missed. Making sure.
Mm-hmm. So, I think y'all have your goals set.
The current plan, to my knowledge, is I'm going to stay here briefly. If they can find the parts in time, they can bring it back to me here. But I'm going to leave while I still have well enough time. So there's still a small window after I leave that they can still get the parts to me. But if it takes too long for them to get the parts, then we're just going to have to deal without the communication.
Got it. Makes sense.
the conversation in chat. Sorry.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I can order one online. Is she Chinese? Please tell me she's Chinese.
Probably.
Yeah,
What?
just type
Or
in
Indian.
11 dot.
Oh gosh, guys.
All right.
Guys, I am married, actually, by the way.
All right. So,
Yeah, I am. I'm married to Rosie.
Explains your mental health.
Dang.
Dang, son.
absolutely torched. Anyway.
GG's.
All right. So, you all start to split up. You guys are scrounging for parts before you have to split.
Yes.
Okay.
But obviously, we're going to be heading to the ground level first for that.
All right. So Azure and Six, there are ways of getting to the lower city. Although you do wonder if there's a way to avoid it without authorization. You might have to make a good impersonation, Six.
A good impersonation.
You might need to disguise yourself for the guards, or find a way to do that. Maybe a way to look official.
I have one means of doing that, but I'm unsure if that would actually work out. Well, how many guards are there?
2.
2?
Mm-hmm.
I gesture to Lusat to stand back a little bit. And I walk up to the guards and take off my hat. Say, fellas, I need clearance. Hey, Rod.
Yep, sorry.
Do I need to repeat?
Yeah, probably. Hold on. Sorry.
You're more absent than my father.
Yeah, for real, damn.
Sorry. Regardless, repeat.
Say, fellas, I need clearance.
Where are your credentials?
Ain't got my credentials on me, but I'm sure you don't want to mess with my number.
Number? What are you talking about?
It's 6, don't you recognize me?
Never heard of you.
Oh. You do work for Gemini, don't you?
Well, obviously. What's the big guy behind you doing?
Big guy behind me. He's just sharpening his axe, he ain't bothering nobody.
You don't exactly give me much convincing. Okay, so 6, right? So, do I need to run that through a translator?
I suppose I could just tell you 6'9".
Um,
Nice.
okay.
They comment nice and still continue to ask you for a better credential.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Completely unamused.
Just let me reach for my credentials here. I whip out my revolver and blast away. Clearly, they do not know anything about that,
All
which
right.
is fine by me.
Make 2 attack rolls. At advantage.
See, guys, as soon as we get the 2 dogs off the leash,
Yeah, for
they're
real.
killing away.
The moment they don't have women around them.
There is no way I was making it out of that without a fight at the very least. Let's
Um,
see.
What the
Let's see.
what the heck is this link, Aster?
Real.
How much would advantage be? +1?
No, advantage is you
Advantages.
roll twice, take highest result.
Oh, okay. I'm unsure if this is what we agreed on, but a +6 to my attack
It's just
die?
stupid image.
Yes, that is correct.
The
Okay.
what?
He has some good proficiency bonuses.
Okay, that's what it is. That's fine. As long as it's nothing completely obscene.
Oh, god damn. Okay, so you get 13 plus 6. So that's 19.
19.
Gotcha. Roll it one more time. Same thing.
All right. Wait, so 2d20 or?
2d20.
Yeah.
Don't add the plus 6 because I know what that is.
All right.
16.
All right. 2 direct hits in the face. They both their faces crumple at the might of your bullets, and their lifeless corpses fall to the ground.
I immediately look to loot them for anything they have, including a microphone. Surely
No.
they have a way of keeping in contact.
And
They are full prismatics, though, so you do search and loot them, and you have a feeling that they have a way of communicating that is not obvious to normal onlookers.
That's not good.
yeah, no duh.
Yeah, well, it wasn't good to be in that situation to start with. We had to get to the ground level somehow.
Okay. How
Although you
how
do,
far did they get before they started firing weapons?
they got to
Literally 38 seconds.
the lower level elevators, so
So I'm pretty sure I just heard those gunshots.
likely.
I was getting
Likely.
around to that, but all right.
I immediately go to drag their bodies somewhere they can't be seen.
Yeah, you're
Their
gonna take
bodies
forever.
slowly start crumpling as you do so into shards of glass.
Perfect. I immediately start stomping the glass.
I'm going
Yolk is
to
going to get over there as quickly as possible.
Got it.
I I think I think
Although
it
it is
would
a
be
decent distance from y'all, so
even if they are in trouble, I feel like it would be best for someone that is as recognizable as me to not get involved in that. So I am going to start playing Doom on my helmet. So if anybody asks why I didn't hear the gunshots, I have an excuse.
Amelie, any reaction?
Um, I'm just going to stick with Arun for the time being
Got it.
and just exist, I guess.
Lusat, do you do anything regarding the prismatic corpses? Although 6, you do manage to loot one of them for a uniform, so you can at least
Perfect.
look like you're supposed to be there.
Oh,
Nothing is gonna fit
before
Lusat though.
before leaving, I'm going to tell Arun I'll meet back up with her.
I nod.
All right. Start going toward the direction of the gunshot, although it doesn't seem like many people noticed it, which is quite strange. Although there do seem to be some agents on the way.
I turn to Lusat.
Prismatic agents.
Yes.
Great. I'm going to
Hmm?
I'm going to keep a fast pace, but not a full sprint because that's a little suspicious.
All right. Roll for stealth.
28.
Nice. Yeah, you are undetected. Continue. 6, Lusat. You guys better find.
Immediately turn to Lusat. Prepare for trouble. And please tell me that axe is more for than just show.
I flash a sly grin, ready my axe and my mace.
That's what I like to see, man.
um, estimated time of arrival
2 minutes.
2 minutes. That's enough for several rounds of combat. Uh-oh.
I'm fine, I'm a tank.
Yeah, I try to find somewhere nearby to hide. And I'm gonna roll for stealth prematurely.
I love
Actually,
how once
because I'm rolling prematurely, do I get advantage?
Uh, yeah, actually, go ahead. Works for
I
me.
love how once again other people are in some kind of intense scenario and I'm just chilling.
Well, you've got a couple hours till the event, so.
So 13 plus 9 is over 20.
Yep, you're good. You managed to hide in sufficient cover. Does Lusat make the same move?
No.
Obviously not.
Oh, so he's gonna start beating the fuck out of the guards. Got it.
I have an axe and a mace.
Well, technically, he's not the one who committed any crime.
Roll a quick investigation check for me, 6. You're not within eye shot of any other guards yet.
Alrighty.
Michael,
Huh?
All right. 18.
I'm going to make a history check.
On what?
DM time.
Oh boy. So 6.
What do I see?
You feel in your pockets and you realize you have a pair of handcuffs.
Uh,
Kinky.
what? Like, when did I obtain that?
It was in one of the pockets of the uniform.
Okay. That's. Oh, I see. I don't think Lusat's gonna go for this, but actually, no, that'd be a dumb idea, actually.
What do you mean?
Well, I was thinking about it, and I thought maybe I could, like, fake me catching Lusat, but then at the same time, if that did succeed, I'd have no way of getting him out of that situation. And on top of that, I don't think Lusat's gonna roll for that anyways. It's Lusat. He's just gonna attack.
Good
Also,
question.
handcuffs don't stop like half of my offense.
Yes. So no, that ain't gonna work.
Well, you can at least suggest the idea to him.
I will do so. Hey,
Also,
Lus
6.
what's
You
up?
do remember that a lot of the labor down further in to the Undercity
Uh,
is going to be indentured and or prison labor. So you might be able to talk your way out of it if you convince him that he's a prisoner trying to break out.
Yeah. I'm gonna try, but I already know this is gonna fail. Hey, Lusat, we could try and play this off as me returning you to your prisoner camp.
And where would be the fun in that?
See, this is exactly what I was thinking. God dang it. You know, could you just not be atypical for once?
And to think I was just starting to have some respect for you.
You know, I vibe with what you got going here, but on the same token, we could sit here and fight all day, or we could get shit done. I want.
Alternatively, you could go get shit done, and I can be a good distraction.
You're not wrong, but who says I want to leave you alone here either? I
You
immediately
think I
whip out my
need the
revolver and join
assistance?
him.
Hmm. Now that is what I anticipated.
I can't help myself some days.
Uh-oh.
This is bad.
No, not really.
Uh, I rolled an 8, Mike, so
Nope.
yeah, didn't figure.
Nope. Also, do you inform?
What the heck? Uh,
Where? Oh, there it is.
what? Elaborate in DMs, Michael.
All right.
All right. Is it about time I got there yet, or are they
You're
going to
getting
have combat
close.
before I get there? Are they going to have combat before I even get there?
You did notice some suits are slowly walking in the direction that you are moving. So,
Yes.
might initiate quite quickly.
All this is happening within the span of 2 minutes, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Roughly.
I don't like this. I don't like this at all. You
That's nothing.
say it's nothing. What does infiltrate a company mean anything to you? I'm pretty sure blasting in heads is not a way to get intel.
Oh, I've got a way of deriving intel from this.
Now all of China knows you're here.
Yes.
China will soon forget, just as it does every single citizen that China takes away.
Yeah, things are about to get spicy. Ron,
Yes.
what's going on?
Sorry. So you start slinking up on the area. There are plenty of suits that seem to be walking quite quickly there. So
Yes.
you have the opportunity to try to head some of them off before they get there. Or
Head some of them off how? Like kill them?
yes, that's what I'm saying. If you wanted to take the attempt to try to kill one of them or
Yolk
stop
doesn't
it, grab
Yolk
it.
doesn't know what's happening yet. I can't make that decision. As a player, I know what's happening, but as a character, I don't.
That's fair. You just keep continuing toward the area for now.
Correct.
All right. I'm assuming you have your revolver at the ready. 6.
Oh,
Yes,
absolutely.
he already said that.
I'm gonna get behind Lusat because I already know he's tanky, and I'm just gonna inform him. You want to do something like a sword and shield here? All right, I'm just gonna take it as you're fine with taking a beating, man.
Azure, are you even here? Sounds like not.
I can't tell if he's genuinely just being silent or not sometimes.
Okay, what I miss?
Oh, I got behind you and asked if you wanted to do a sword and shield tactic.
Eh?
You know, like you take the blows, I deal the shots.
You're not the only one with range.
Oh, I figured you had range. I'm just saying you can take a beating better than I can.
That's fair. That's very fair.
Okay, but does Lusat like being called a shield? That's my question.
Lusat doesn't give a fuck as long as it's a good fight.
Okay.
I've got a few tricks up my sleeve for this.
I wouldn't like being labeled a shield, especially knowing someone in this server. Luke.
Hmm.
Is there lore to that? You know what? Answer it later.
Yeah.
All right, do we see anyone approaching?
You're
There
starting to
is lore
see
to
a
that.
few. You're starting to see a couple of heads wearing uniforms closing in on the area, though they don't seem to be looking at you directly just yet.
Hmm.
Bro,
What?
Do they not even know it was us yet? You know what? I'm just gonna. Is there a broom nearby?
You see one of the shopkeepers nearby sweeping away.
I thought of a really stupid idea. I'm gonna go over to the shopkeep and say, "Hey, you missed a spot," and point towards the bodies. I'm hoping they're broken up a bunch so that they're unrecognizable. But I already took the uniforms, so there's nothing there but glass.
Roll performance.
please get a nat 20. This would be so hilarious.
Or a nat 1. Both outcomes are equally funny.
That's true.
Please.
Although I would be happier about.
Yes.
Let's
19.
go. Not a nat, but
Not a nat, but it was good enough.
Yeah.
The
I hope so.
shopkeep sighs and says, "Why'd you have to remind me of the break-in?" And
Why'd
walks
you have to
over.
remind me of the what?
The break-in?
There was a break-in. Awesome.
You say awesome. I don't know if that's awesome.
It coincides.
They start cleaning it up. Do you attempt a motion to Lusat to lower the weapon?
Lusat's not going to be happy about that.
Musad's definitely not gonna do that. I'm here. You know what? Hold on. I think I got a persuasion that might work.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, Lusat, you've been sharpening that axe for a while. Can you split an atom with it yet?
I want to find out.
You know, you could find out now and risk dulling that axe of yours, or you could keep sharpening it later.
If it gets dull, I'll just sharpen it more aggressively.
That's fair. That's fair. I mean, I ain't gonna try and talk you out of a good fight. I know you're tired. But at the same time, we could have a bigger fight later.
A fight is a fight. As long as it's a good one, I'm ready for it.
Well, hmm. Say, what's got you all riled up anyhow?
I haven't had a chance to kill anything in 3 days.
That's fair. Trust me. But you do realize that we were just about to go fight some Nazis, right?
Wasn't the entire point of this endeavor to avoid that?
What? Since when? You act as if I had any intentions of avoiding that.
You were the one who tried smooth talking your way through at the first sign of guardsmen.
Well, see, here's the thing. Who also immediately turned to violence as soon as it went south?
A fair enough point. So why are you so eager to shy away from it now?
Because this ain't a fight that we need to be picking right now. We don't want to give them the advantage. I want to, so to speak, sharpen our chances. Trust me, I understand my trigger finger's itching as well. But we need to pick our fights. You, a warrior, should know this.
There's a difference between a warrior and a hunter who's itchy to kill something.
I'll tell you what, we can kill some hobos on the way.
Those are no sport.
I understand that, but at least to slake your thirst.
Without sport, there is no sating.
We'll get some Nazis soon. I need you to cooperate with me here. We don't got much time, and on top of that, we
Ronald.
do not absolutely want to pick a
You
fight
are
with
there.
Gemini right now. Again, trust me when I say I understand.
You feel like you might need to start keeping your voices down because you're starting to get more eyes on you as you're arguing while the shopkeeper starts sweeping up the glass.
I, I
Um,
just, I lower my voice a little bit. Just chill. I know you want to fight. I want to fight too.
Yolk, do you say
Like,
anything? Because you are within earshot.
yeah, within earshot, but I am not associating with them right now.
Got it.
I'm
Kind
still
of
waiting for you
standing.
to actively roll persuasion.
okay, fine.
What seems to be the trouble here? You see a couple of guards looking.
Oh, I'm just
Say
down
again.
this. What?
Say again, Ronald.
The couple of guards approach Lusat and Six and ask what seems to be the trouble.
Oh, I'm just informing this citizen here that carrying around sharp weapons around guards can be a slightly threatening thing to do. You might catch my drift.
All
Ron?
right, carry on. They walk off disinterested. They seem to not even notice that the two guards posted by the elevator are gone.
I roll insight, and I will also check something with you and DMs.
Mm-hmm.
Fighting against. Are you rolling yet?
Yeah,
I'm
roll your insight.
blasted. But yeah, I'm gonna roll insight, see how much I can determine. And what is my mod for that?
Wisdom.
Yeah, I'm just yeah. Oh, that's not bad.
You have a feeling that you got out of that way too easily.
To be fair, you didn't need an insight check for that.
Yeah,
But, I mean, you're morbidly aware of it. Almost like it was planned.
strings are most certainly being pulled here. I wonder if this has anything to do with Ron. Did you happen to know that, Yolk?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you even notice I was there?
I would
Yes.
imagine I would.
Okay. Um, I'm afraid that Ronald isn't our biggest concern here. I'm more afraid of Neo and whether or not uh, whether or not his game is for the best.
Someone pulled the strings on this encounter for sure.
They're prismatics.
Yeah, they're prismatics. I know what that is.
Who heads Gemini Corporation?
Yes, but what you don't understand is that everyone has. There is no one person in control of all prismatics, you fool.
I'm
I,
not so sure.
I get the impression that that ain't in Neo's right mind to do that anyways. Either that or he's just so disinterested in us that he doesn't see us as a that he sees
Why do
us
I
as a
have to
waste of
roll
time.
high on restraint when I don't want to?
Listen, 6. What happened? You fired on a prismatic?
Obviously. Got into a rough situation. Thought I might be able to use some of my connections to get through. Apparently, I have either been scrubbed from any sort of record or
Or you
these
gave
the,
away too much information?
no, that information would have been known already. I
Is
am utilizing my information to the best of my capabilities. Yuck.
I know this conversation is very important, but I would just like to remind you that you're burning time that you could be using trying to get device parts.
Yep.
Okay, so you said what again, 6?
I am utilizing the information I have, and it's not information that hasn't been known already.
But you're voluntarily giving your location.
Our location was already known in case you hadn't noticed. You don't know how many cards they hold.
Apparently, it was already known. And whoever is the head of this
Seeing
doesn't.
as we were spotted by some random person the other day, I don't think that we're exactly in uncharted territory for them. They
I
have eyes on us. Let's not get that mistaken. We're already in too deep here.
I know, but
We have to
but
play their game. Now, unless you're willing to do that, shut up and sit down.
but we don't even know the rules of the game.
That's why we gotta. That's why we have to play. We can't sit still. We can't sit here and ponder over what they got in store for us. We can't sit there and do any of this. We have to move. Now, clearly, what this has taught us is that they either don't see us as a threat or they have bigger plans for us.
And you're making
I have
giving them
made
more reasons to make enemies with us.
you don't. We would have been down that path anyways. We're getting to know what they've got on the table right now.
And what they have on the table right now is hundreds and or perhaps even thousands of disposable bodies.
And they always had that. We already knew this. That wasn't information that was new to us. We have to be able to play around that. I don't
What do
understand
you
why you're taking issue here.
what do you gain by killing 2 of them? I don't get it.
It wasn't necessarily about what we'd gain in that particular instance, but what we did gain out of it was more information with what we're working with.
I think I think not. What information did you get?
Do
The
you
fact that we're
did
likely walking into a trap and that the strings that are being pulled are far greater in quantity than we originally conceived.
exactly? Thank you, Lusat. We didn't know how much they thought of us or what they did think of us, or we didn't have any sort of basis for that. Now we have some kind of basis to work with. This is
So
an odd.
you just took a ridiculous risk and only lucked out that that's what you learned instead of getting yourselves killed. And then
Lucked out. I'd say I played my cards just right. It's called a gamble, Yolk. Something you wouldn't be too familiar with, apparently. Despite the fact that you've been doing it most of your life, being a mercenary and all.
Six, unfortunately, I think you're gambling with far more than you realize.
I understand that there is risk that has to be taken.
And risk that isn't worth taking.
This? I'd say it was pretty worth it, given that I needed to get down to that level anyways. But see, here's the thing that's
We
interesting
don't
about...
know the repercussions of everything you just did. We will never know that.
We won't. You're right. And guess what? That goes for us even moving from place to place. You are making a big deal out of an anthill.
I leave you guys for
Don't
20.
even act like this is a bad thing. I swear you're like my non-existent parents.
My issue. You guys are a huge headache.
Yeah, and
I
I'm
knew
getting
this
a
was a
headache just
stupid idea.
listening to you. Bottom line is, it's over. It's done with.
Well, now what?
Well, now what? What do you mean, now what? I'm gonna head down to the lower level of the site and we're gonna kill some Nazis.
And how on earth am I supposed to be okay with that now?
Cause killing's what we're good at.
Recklessly killing is what you're good at.
Oh, I'm sorry. Was that situation just so reckless that it turned out into a bloody gunfight? I'm sorry, who prevented that? Not you? Shut up.
Listen, Neo is putting on some kind of, fancy thingamabob over there, and I want to know what's going on.
Then go
Unfortunately,
do it.
unfortunately, I think I have to keep my eye on the two of you.
Now listen here. Just go do your business. You weren't even a part of this interaction, and it turned out fine in the end.
I don't know if that's true.
Listen,
Turned out fine.
we're
Who
perfectly fine
knows?
right
We
now.
could be walking right into a trap.
We
We are walking into
we
a trap.
always
That's why they
were.
left us alone.
We always were walking into a trap, Yolk. What you don't seem to understand is that they were following our movements before this. This was just a clear indicator that they were. I don't know if you noticed, but no one was paying attention to what we were doing after the fact. The guards didn't even seem to know why they were even there. This is all just a stage for us to play on. I don't see why you don't see that.
I do.
Then clearly, you know that we got to play our roles up until the point where we can cause some disruption.
And what
We,
role is that? Mindless murderers?
well, currently, yes.
And how does that put us in anyone's favor?
No, ticking down
Let
numbers is.
alone ours.
We're not supposed to be in other people's favor. What makes you think we're supposed to be making allies?
How on earth are we going to gain intel if nobody trusts us with any information? If
Who
we're just
trusted us to start with?
no one. But
It,
that's not the point. Our job is to gather intel. And if
If you need
we're
intel,
making
you
a
can do a
name for
lot
ourselves,
with a
killing
little bit
people,
of fear and a lot of focused violence.
listen, you'll. I understand some of your concerns, but frankly, you're starting to sound like you're just overly concerned about everything.
This
Stop
argument's
act.
getting pointless.
I know. I don't even know why I bother. Let's just go with the original plan. I have got to get a device that we can communicate with in case another situation like that happens to me or you. And chances are you're going to find that violence finds you regardless of how you think or feel, or whether or not you want to participate.
Fucking train.
Anyway, go on.
I understand that some fights aren't picked. However, I'm starting to feel that you guys pick every.
If I wanted to pick a fight at every opportunity, we wouldn't be having this conversation because one of us would be dead.
That's what I'm saying.
Uh, okay, okay. Well, why don't you guys just have a grand old time killing Nazis, and
Yeah, we
and
will.
I'll just I don't even know what to say.
Get moving. I understand your concerns, and you're going to have to trust me, whether you like it or not.
Well, if you get yourselves killed, that's great. Just don't drag me along with you.
Well, I can't make any promises on that front. And same goes to you, pal.
Yolk starts to walk back towards Arun and Amelie.
All right, are we finally ready to head down there, Lusat?
Yes.
Let's go.
Okay. With that out of the way. I saw that message in chat.
Saw the what in chat?
Oh, just somebody commenting. All right. Back to Amelie and Arun. You guys are just generally playing cards and doing things.
I did a while I was waiting, I did get like the little bit of cheesecake that was left over to eat it, so we're just chilling at the table. We've been having a calm, peaceful time while they were doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we were rocking it up over here while they were God
If it
knows
wasn't for
what
my
over
current living
there.
arrangements, I think I actually would have started yelling there.
All right.
Yeah.
I swapped into the dress so that I could actually eat the cheesecake.
Mm. All right. A lot of time has passed with that, especially with the argument. With that in mind,
We were having a friendship battle.
with that in mind, you guys have probably lost an hour.
Well, if we
Well,
lost an hour, then I guess I should probably get going to the place because it was in 2 hours.
yeah,
Okay,
and
I am
I'm doing
leaving
my best to
immediately.
catch up.
Gotcha. All right.
I am switching back into my gear and I am heading to the place immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I
I'll
am
follow behind.
going at as fast of a pace as I possibly can while not outpacing the others.
All right.
So,
All right.
yeah, just tell me when I get there.
Mm-hmm. Got it. So, with that in mind, you all head toward your places. Um, Six and Lusat, you both take the elevator and go down. You seem to notice guards at the bottom, and before you exit the elevator, you have to quickly attempt to figure out how to deal with them.
I still have the uniform, right?
You do. You have both of them, although it does not seem like the other would fit Lusat.
Obviously. But, I should be able to
You do have the cuffs.
do it. Is that all the lower levels are used for? Aren't they also slums?
There are some slums, obviously, but it could be a good way to play it off. Because
I
there are
don't
guards
care.
at the bottom.
I'm just gonna let Lusat walk forward and try and strike up a conversation with the guards in uniform.
All right.
It
Lusat, do you
what is
comply or do you
Lusat?
just
Yeah.
stand in the elevator?
Yeah, that's what I was about to ask.
Okay, what's the situation currently?
You guys went down the elevator and you're exiting off of it. You are now in the lower part of the city.
Okay.
There are two guards there, and I'm going to try and strike up conversation with them, and let you walk out of the elevator.
That's kind of what I was gonna do anyways.
Yeah, I
They're just
figured.
guards.
Alrighty. Now I will strike up the conversation. Hey, fellas. How's it going? Any new reports lately?
Any new reports lately?
Ron?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
That's a pretty.
Any new reports lately?
Mm-hmm.
Nothing much. Just some trouble here and there.
Common riffraff, that sort of thing.
No, I mean, we are in the slums. It's to be expected.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Don't really let us clean this place up. There's no point in it. Anytime we
Yeah,
scrub anything, it'll all come back. Anytime we scrub any paint, it'll come back next day. Clean up a corpse, there's another. What's the point?
you make it sound as if you want to clean this place.
I I just wonder why we have something so illustrious up top, and here, well, you know.
Well, you know how it goes. Rich get richer, that sort of thing.
Yeah, I suppose it's not my place to exactly care about it, considering my own skin.
Nah, don't worry about it. I examine to see if he's prismatic or not.
You can tell he's a glitter skin.
Are both of them? Or is there only one guard?
There's two of them, yeah.
And both of them are glitter?
Yes, both of them are prismatics. The only one that's talking to you, though, seems to be rather opinionated, while the other doesn't seem to want to get involved.
I'd definitely be careful about what you say if you catch my drift.
Why is that?
Well, just a gut feeling that, you're always being watched. You know what I mean?
I know that. If they wanted to dispose of me, they would have done it a long time ago.
Oh, it's all just part of their master plan, huh?
Likely.
Well, you have yourself a grand old day. I'm on break, so I'm gonna get on out of here.
He leaves a curt nod.
I continue walking.
All right.
Uh, how long will it take to catch up with Orun and Anomaly?
You have just enough time to catch it for the ceremony to start.
I'm sure there's a crowd. Is it easy to spot them? Is
Not
Orun given like a
strictly,
special
although
seat?
Arun
Like,
is given a special seat.
so yeah, I'll have to keep an eye out for that. But honestly, it might be better that I not associate.
Is Amelie going to be sitting next to Arun is the question.
Doubtful. Unless you wanted to find a way to make that happen.
Which I wouldn't recommend doing.
Orun and
I
Anomaly.
don't really care.
Amelie,
Yes.
I'm going to say the line again.
Okay.
Make a
Go ahead.
perception
Makes a
check.
perception check. Oh, yes, Arun is going to be sitting by Melina. As per request.
9/11 again. Nice.
Yeah, we did 9/11 twice today.
Yeah, just like it happened on the real 9/11.
Damn, bro.
If only they could fly that well, we'd have a 9/11-3.
Imagine being alive during 9/11.
Imagine not
It
being
wasn't that
alive
bad.
during 9/11.
No, you're just old as
That's
fuck.
from a Batman Beyond episode.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
God, I need to rewatch that.
that's funny.
Same.
Anyways, you don't even remember being alive. Oh, shush.
Well, to be fair, who would want to?
Not for real.
All
Bro, I
right.
wish I was alive for 9/11. Actually, was I?
You were
Bruh.
close.
I don't remember.
No, you can't have been.
Oh, yeah, no. I was born 2 years later.
Yep. All right.
I forget, wasn't there a joke at some point that's like people were saying Hitler did 9/11? I could have swore I
There's a
heard.
running gag that there's a conspiracy theory of Kermit doing 9/11.
Oh
Yep.
yeah, that's so funny though.
Regardless, do we want to see the ceremony or no? Should we save it?
Yeah, DM's discretion.
It
I don't
is
mind.
getting a little.
I can be here till 3, bro.
All right. Just double checking.
Okay.
Well, I mean, unless other people don't want to.
Yep.
I don't really care. I'm tired, but I can stay here if you guys want to do it.
I could not care less about whether or not it happens.
I'm probably tired, but I'm not very good at telling, so I'm good.
Sander?
How
Lie
long do
down
you
in your
think?
bed for 10 minutes. If you get really drowsy, you're tired.
How long do you think it will take?
Maybe an hour, but it's a relative. But it is also a big event. So depending.
I think it's probably better that we don't, just to be safe,
Okay,
because
hold on, hold on,
I've
hold on.
got
Like, it'll take an hour game time, or it'll take an hour for you to explain everything.
Probably not an hour to explain everything. I just because of the reactions in the aftermath.
Yeah.
That's
Okay,
more
yeah,
so.
we should probably save that then.
All
Whenever
right,
we're, applicably refreshed.
Mm-hmm.
that works for me.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Cool.
How are we